And we're back in the room.
Holy
Hello,
cow.
friendos.
Okay.
Greetings, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and everything in between. Hello, how are we all? Hope you're all doing fantastic.
Yeah, that's right.
'Tis I, the dingus, here, sat in the hot seat again. We had a week off last week,
Nice.
and I'll be completely honest with you, I don't remember an awful lot, other than the piece of paper I've got in front of me with the Michaela's order on. So
Fucking hell, man.
it was a fun session. Let's put it that way. It was a very fun session. We had a laugh. Yeah. Hopefully we don't deteriorate to that kind of... well, actually, no. I hope we do get to that quality today because it was most enjoyable for all of us, I believe, and at least one of the viewers. So that's all that matters. So, yes, hello. Welcome in. We are Terrafae D&D. We do D&D stuff. You might have seen that one a little while ago playing GTA RP. That's him. Hi, hello, hi. That's him, H-I-M. Himothy, as we should call him. Yes, but now we're here for Dungeons and Dragons. So what we're going to do first, the latest link posted in the chat is for the charity. I'm going to do this. I do this every week, so I'm going to carry on doing it just to make sure that we're all on the same page. We are assisting Heavy RPG with a charity pledge that they're trying to do. The link is there in the chat. If you can donate, please do. If you can't, don't worry. We're not going to force you. We're not going to ignore you if you don't. But, you know, you guys just being here is enough for us. But if you have got a spare, even just £1, please do. We thank you very much. We shall continue with Dungeons and Dragons now. So, we left last week. As we left, there was Lyara and Oliver on the back of a cart, or just returning to their cart after having visited Michaela's, which is a Terrafae version of another famous restaurant with an M for a logo. Now we're going double bloody copyright strikes, mate. Just yeah, one at a time. So
It comes just in now.
Anyway, we had a very large order at Michaela's with some very strangely named and strangely worded food items that were on the list, such as the slightly better than not being sad above average meal and a locachate Michaela flurry of creamed frozen milk with locachate. We had some chicken choosers instead of chicken selects. We also had a porter pounder, so you can understand where we were. So what we're going to do is we're going to rejoin.
Went differently in Terrafae, and
yeah, it's very
just going to have to change the weight system.
Yeah,
gibberish.
So we rejoin Oliver with his tray full of food that he didn't leave the tray indoors. He just brought the tray out of Michaela's.
No one told me how it worked.
It's a fair point. Oliver returns to the cart with Lyara sat inside and Barry, our chauffeur, sat up front.
Have we got everything? Have we got it all?
I can't remember what we ordered. I'm not going to lie.
On your tray, you have. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks. On your tray, you have a double Berg cheese, a Mimis shake, 2 slightly better than not being sad above average meals, one with a toy and one with a book. You have a sport, aka clown juice. You have a locachate Michaela flurry of creamed frozen milk. You have a locachate shake, a bag of chicken choosers, a bag of chicken bloblets, 2 papalais created on the lava at Mount Martin, or the Mount Martin volcano. You decided against the side salad and have ordered a side table, a half-pound beast burger, and a porter pounder.
What did you get?
I have the chicken bloblets and the slightly better than average, not really sad meal or whatever it's called. I think I went with the book one because the toy one because the book was probably below my reading level, you know. Not worth it.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'll hand you over those bits.
The shake's mine.
Oh, okay. Yep. Let's see.
There we go.
Daddy,
What?
what do you want there?
I don't remember. I wanted that catnip shake, but then... Did you get it?
I don't have catnip shake. You lied to me.
You see Barry's kind of stifling laughter. He's sort of like chuckling to himself. Oh, well, maybe instead then, just, I don't know. What you got that you don't want? I think you
I thought
actually
you
said you were going to get him the slightly above average, not being sad meal with a book.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'll give him
he
that.
needs to learn. He needs to learn.
He needs to learn. He does need to learn.
Yeah, we'll give him the one with the book.
Okay. Barry reaches out down to the floor. I'm assuming you're stood beside the cart. So Barry just reaches down towards the cart and grabs the slightly better than not being sad above average meal from you and opens up the box next to him. And he starts digging his hand in and grabs a handful of chips and just...
You are like edible, Daddy. It's terrific.
Why take any longer than you need to? Just eat the fucking dinner.
Oh wait, I wanted some dip for my bloblets.
Oh, I forgot. All right, going back inside. You forgot the...
I want some yamanase. Yamanase.
What? She says something like yasamasi.
Oh, Yamanasi? I'll get you some Yamanasi, boy. She toddles off about 3 feet, reaches down and grabs a cardboard box and brings a cardboard box and sits it on top. And inside is a lot of little square containers of Yamanasi, which is otherwise referred to as mayonnaise.
Oh, it's fucking mayonnaise. Of course it fucking is.
Took a little bit longer than it needed to there, mate. I won't lie to you. So, yeah, she sticks a box of Yamanasi up on the counter and lets you take as many as you want.
I'm just going to eyeball her while I just like
One at a time.
handfuls, mate. I'm a big cat here.
She reaches forward, picks up the box and places the box in your arm. Have a nice
Yeah,
day,
that's a
sir.
good choice. It's probably cost more than the meal. I should do that.
You can clearly see from your interaction when you ordered the food and from this current interaction now that she really just does not give a single fuck. Yeah.
Fair enough.
She's just giving
Works
you an
for a
entire
couple for
box
an hour.
full of Yamanase cartons. And away you go.
Yeah. Back to the cart. This good yamanase?
It's a lot of yamanase. I don't think I need quite this much, but thanks for the thought.
Stick it up
I'm
front,
not
I'll take it
keeping
round the
that
guardhouse.
Yeah, that works as well.
I mean,
Sorry, I'll take
I
2.
don't want to be a knob, but Lucas is in the bathhouse.
Am I?
Yeah. You went to the armory, and then you said, "Oh, I'm done
Yes,
here.
I
I'm going
did.
to the bathhouse."
I did.
Yeah.
So
Let's
we've
go
got,
catch up with Lucas. Maybe he wants some yamanase.
I believe you were on your way round to the guilds because the lovely apothecary didn't have
Oh,
any
absolutely.
ink.
Forget what
That's
we're
true.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the way
go
to the
get
guilds.
some
How am I
ink.
so stupid? As soon as I see a porta pounder, my brain just go mush.
Your brain turns
Maybe
into a
it feels
porta
like
pounder.
I've been standing here for like 2 weeks doing nothing.
Okay. So Oliver hops back onto the cart with Lyara, and Barry just takes a slow drive up the street towards the guilds. So it's not actually that long. It takes you probably about half an hour to get from Michaela's to the entrance to the guilds. But Barry's going slow because he's trying to like steer a cart and eat his dinner at the same time. So
Chow down on some bloblets.
chow down on some bloblets and your chicken choosers and your side table.
Mm-hmm.
And your locachate, flurry of creamed ice, frozen milk, even.
Yeah.
And your mimis shake.
Yeah,
You do your
mimis
catnip
shake.
shake, but you've got a mimis shake instead. Which comes in a little cup that's got like, it almost looks like teeth on the front. It's like a mimic. Right. So
I thought that was for Barry.
It might have been for Barry. I don't remember. I did
He's not
just
having it.
definitely watch the last 30 minutes about 30 minutes ago, but, you know, in one ear, out the other. I just wrote down the order, I'll be honest. Okay, so you guys pull up to the front of the guild area gates. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to zoom that map in a little bit. Oh, no, not that one. I don't know. Oh, I can't zoom it in. I am very silly. I am the silly boy. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave it. Not mess with it because it works in a minute.
Nocturnal
So-
Wolfdog just redeemed taxes.
You approach the entrance to the guild area, and as Oliver will know, it's not heavily guarded, but there are
Nocturnal
guards
Wolfdog
stationed
just
at
redeemed
each
stretch.
post on the outside. There isn't a gate. It's just like it's an open gateway, but there's sort of like 20-foot high towers, and there's a guard stood either side.
Nocturnal Wolfdog
20,
just
30 foot
redeemed
wide gap.
hydrate.
So it's easy enough for carts to go through. Stretch and hydrate from the Wolf Dog. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Definitely not only just sat down,
Stretch-induced yawn.
but we're stretching anyway because we need to.
I will slowly
Fabulous.
hydrate because I've got a cup of tea and it's hot.
Yeah, understandable. So yeah, you are at outside the gate of the guilds. Do you want to? Should I take you in, or are you going to jump out and walk in?
I'm not finished with my food yet, so yeah, keep going.
All right, I'll keep driving.
Gentle cat licking noises from a mimic shake.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Just opened it up. And...
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Some lems. Cool. So Barry it's a very slow crawl. We're talking like less than a mile an hour if we had to put a number on it. But Barry's just very, very slowly walking in. The horse is like just one foot in front of the other, then the back foot, then the other front foot, then the back foot. Like it's a very, very slow process. Barry's sort of looking over his shoulder and just seeing what you two are doing while he's riding, just to make sure that he's not going too quick. And he's trying to sort of time it so that when you guys finish, you can get to the... I don't think you actually told him. You just said you need to be in the guilds area. So for another 15 minutes in the cart, you guys are just doing circles inside the guild area. There's a crowd starting to form. People are sort of looking at the cart and they're thinking, that's a council cart. And it's just sat doing the equivalent of donuts in the middle of the guild area.
Stick my head out and go, we're just having a bite to eat. It's not really all that interesting, guys.
I too look out the window. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Cool. Some people just stand there and just continue watching, just almost in awe, but kind of slightly concerned at the same time. But most people do dissipate and just carry on going back about their business. You probably only saw about 10 people. You know, you average about 2 from each guild house. Just come out and have a look. Because, yes, people do come to the guild houses like all times of the day, like, you know, from dawn to dusk, but don't always necessarily come in carts. Only things that come in carts are like shipments of things that people have ordered or important people. So when a cart arrives, they're kind of having half a look out and thinking, maybe that is somebody important. But they don't seem all that interested. And we will shlippity-bippity-boo across the city to a young elf walking up the street from the armory towards the bathhouse. We are approaching a almost dinner time. If we're matching time-wise, it's sort of like between 4 and 5 probably. Lucas is walking north from the armory towards the bathhouse, which is on the main Western Street. As you enter the market, Lucas, give me a perception check, please.
Perceptione.
A D20 test.
21.
21. Okay. So you can see in front of you the cathedral as you're making your way up the street. There seems to be a little bit of a commotion outside. Not like a ruckus brawl, but there seems to be people flailing arms. You can, just by looking at it, you can tell that there seems to be some sort of a disagreement happening. There are a few people in black robes with purple trims, and there are a few people in white robes with parts of orange, which I'll give it to you. They look kind of like what Brant was wearing the night he came and visited.
Are there any guards nearby?
There are guards dotted around the market, not specifically in places, but like you will know that by now that there are guards that just patrol all day and most of the night, although it's quite reduced at night. There are guards that patrol, and guards aren't generally stationed anywhere unless it's the guild house or the council building, but there's always guards about.
Okay, I'll try and clock if there's any. Well, first of all, I'll start making my way over to this altercation. I'll see if I can clock any guards near there that might be making their way as well, because I'm, ultimately, whilst I'm interested in knowing what's happening, if it's not my job to break up a fight. But if I can't see many guards, I want to kind of clock where some might be if I need to call someone over for help, kind of thing,
Okay. Don't need to roll again. Even your passive's not awful, so I'll just let you have it. You can see as you glance around that as you're walking across to the cathedral, you can see a guard that's almost outside the cathedral now, and you can see a guard that's about 100, 120 feet behind him, and you estimate that as you get to the cathedral, you'll be slap bang in the middle of these two guards. So you'll either have to rush to get to the one that's passing, or approach and wait for the other guy to make up.
Okay. Knowing that they're, arguably within shouting range. I mean, if they
shouting,
surely if I can see it, they can see it. But...
Yeah. So I think we had this last time. You can shout your movement speed for people to clearly hear it. Otherwise, if it's beyond that, another half beyond that, people are going to need to roll checks to see.
Yeah, no worries. Get me in there. I mean, if the guards aren't doing the job, I'll get fucking Dayfair to bollock them. We'll see what's happening first.
Okie doke. So, you're just making a beeline straight to the bottom of the steps of the cathedral, yeah?
Yeah, head towards this interaction.
Okie doke. So, as you approach the cathedral, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and one person dressed in purple and one person dressed in white turns to face you immediately. Now, these two people that turn to face you haven't been arguing. They've been observing what's been happening, almost at a side to you. So none of these have made visible contact. You haven't seen any of them turn to look at you until you got to the bottom of the stairs. Now, one of each approaches the top of the stairs as you're walking down, and they almost stand next to each other. Not on the top step, on the next one down. And they are observing you.
Where's this fight happening?
It's at the top of the steps outside the cathedral. It's not a fight. It
The
looks
top of
like
the steps.
it is.
And
So you walk up. There's about 10 or 15 steps, and then there's a little plateau, probably about 40 feet wide by about 20 feet long, before the front doors. That's where those guys are that are having a discussion, we'll call it for now, because it's not a fight, it's not an argument, it's a discussion, because you're not there. There was a group, probably, let's say 4 of each, and 2 of them, one from each side, one dude dressed in white, one dude dressed in purple, have walked to the top of the stairs, taken a step down, and they both stood watching you walk up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll just slowly approach. Hello.
There isn't much of a response. Just some mumblings.
Can I see, like, now I'm a bit closer, like, you know, is there any defined, like, better, can I see any more defined features of these robes, who the individuals are, now I'm a bit closer?
Yeah, so one of the people in a white robe would be Brant.
Oh, it's Brant himself. What, in the group or at the stairs?
Brant is in the group. So right now you've got 1 white, 1 purple in front of you. You've got 3 whites and 3 purples stood in front of the cathedral door. One of the people in the white is Brant.
Right, okay.
The 2 people stood in front of you are holding their ground and not moving. So should you wish to get to the top of the stairs, you're going to have to...
Yeah, I'm just going to approach until someone stops me.
Okay. The 2 people at the top of the stairs are stood exactly where they are, and they are not moving. So you need to make a decision what you're going to do about that, whether you're going to go around, go through...
I'll just walk up to them. Afternoon, gentlemen. Everything all right at the cathedral?
In unison, they both lift up a face mask. 2 very, very similar looking people. Human, older, sort of probably mid-50s. Both with 5 o'clock shadow. Greying hair, mostly dark. And they both look at you. You can feel 2 sets of eyes staring directly into your eyes. And in unison, they both say, "We are having a discussion. Can we help you?"
No, I don't suppose so. I just saw arms flailing, people talking. If everything's well, I'll be on my way to my bath, I suppose. Unless you need any help.
You can roll Arcana for me, just to see.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Arcus Carnio, 17.
Okay. Now, the arcane is not something that's understood by all, but Lucas, through his study and through the various things that he's done in his life, has a slight grasp at most arcane things. Now, you look at these gentlemen and you can almost sense or feel that they are somehow communicating with each other. You can almost see the cogs turning in their brains. Like, I know it's a figure of speech, but you can almost understand that they're making some form of communication with each other. And as you look a little closer, these 2, not skin to skin, but their elbows are touching.
Right. I'm gonna... Is Brant within 120 feet?
He most definitely is.
Just gonna point towards Brant. Hello there, counsellor. It's Lucas. Everything okay here? These strange individuals on the stairs. Hope everything's well. I don't know how many words that was.
It's fine. It's not game breaking. You feel like the message has connected, and within a few seconds, the two robed individuals at the top of the stairs replace their masks on their face, and they both take a step out. And then there's a message in your mind. Advance.
Me pay or I'll just walk up the stairs.
Got a cup of gold, mate. Travelling across the world ain't cheap. Yeah. So as you walk past these two individuals, Brant turns to face you. And he walks up to you and extends his hand. Nice to see you
again, Councillor.
Indeed.
I apologise, I'm a bit sweaty. Just been in the armoury and it's hotter than...
Hot?
I was going to say something, but I don't know if... would Lucas know of the Martin volcano?
Given the fact that you've devoted...
I would have thought so.
Yeah, I would like to think so. Yeah, like given the fact you are well learned, you're well studied, and you are a follower of Saint Martin. Yeah,
I mean it's no secret at this point, I suppose, as well. Given C1, all that shit was.
There is a memoir written by Mr. Brant de Montfort, which
of course.
I would assume that given the area,
front to back and up and down it.
Yeah.
It's hotter than a Martin volcano in there, to be honest, Councillor.
It is, yes. I haven't been in there that many times myself, but I've heard that they do wonders with steel.
Still an interesting thing.
Do you know much about it?
Don't believe I do.
Okay. Maybe one day we'll have a chat. I'll explain some things to you. But we found some. You are aware of Moribund, aren't you?
Yes, the Vampiro.
Yeah. So we found some. We found a deposit, and as far as we're aware, that's the only chromium that we've found. But there could be some more somewhere. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
We've not especially been looking for it.
Okay.
But we may find some. So what?
Something to bear in mind, of course.
Of course, yes. If you do find any, please let someone know from the council at least, and we can make our way and help bring it back. You know.
Absolutely.
So what might I be able to do for you today?
Well, I was just, could be argued, being nosy. I don't know. Was walking through the marketplace on my way to get a bath after being so sweaty, and I could just see arms flailing and robed individuals outside the cathedral, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't an altercation.
Of course, it's exactly as I did. These gentlemen here, and he gestures towards the black and purple robed figures, who you understand to be followers of Orthus. These gentlemen were informing me that the library was broken into last night.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I know all about that, to be honest, Councillor.
You do?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Well, it was me, to be honest. Testing a theory.
Go on. And you see
I
he
just wanted
reaches
to
into his pocket.
Just wanted to test a theory of, well, to be honest, whether I was kind of looks around a little bit. Well, as proficient in picking locks as my parents might have liked. And to be honest, I figured the library would be the quietest of places.
You're going to have to do me a roll, mate. Perception, not perception, persuasion or deception, whichever you wish. Do not stipulate which. Just give me a number. And I'll give you
I'm beating Brant's fucking insight.
Yeah. Let me just... I've got a sheet here. Where is it?
Where's me fucking... Oh, it's all the way up there. Why aren't they fucking closer together on the sheet? 16.
Against his passive, which is 15. Okay. Let me get this back here. There, AOT. Well, Mr. Lucas, I believe your name was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it's I admire your courage and your want of self-clarification, self-worth.
Don't mean to interrupt, Councillor. Just for added clarification as well. Not that I'm excusing a crime that was committed, but I was also tremendously drunk. I wasn't just wandering around the library with some lockpicks, you know. I was kind of celebrating a successful day, you know, went for a walk. You know how things go sometimes.
Might I request, if I may,
I don't do it again. Absolutely.
that the library is not the top of your list of places to break into.
I know.
However quiet it might be.
It's just my favourite place.
I
love the library.
understand, Master Lucas, but it is open all day when you are probably not intoxicated and can efficiently read the books.
Yeah, that is true. I do
Yeah.
feel a bit silly about it. But you know, these things happen. I'm not trying to excuse it, but I'm also not going to try to hide that there was a break-in that I knew about, you know.
So with that being said then, I'm assuming you know what happened to the sword.
The sword? For clarification, where was the sword? I mean, like, where is the sword now? I haven't got it, have I?
The sword is somewhere in the region of the guild houses.
Oh no, that was above table. I just wanted to make sure that.
Oh no,
for
you don't have
memory,
it.
I haven't.
Oliver has
Yeah.
it. Oliver has it.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So we're,
cool.
Brand definitely does know where the sword is, but yeah.
Yeah. The sword. Do you mean the sword that was in the staff room?
It wasn't in the staff room per se, but
Technically,
yes, that sword.
I don't know where it is, Councillor. No.
The only steel
whether I lost
longsword.
it being drunk.
The only steel longsword in existence in Calvados.
Oh, okay. No, I can't say where it is. I do apologise. I don't know its current whereabouts. I would have thought I wouldn't, drunk or not, I wouldn't have lost a sword though.
Could you tell me who was in the library with you?
I was drunk, so my memory's hazy. Some friends, I think. But I can't remember which ones.
So a young man from Want in Calvados with some friends, and he doesn't remember.
Well, it's one of those drunken haze things, Councillor. I woke up with a banging headache this morning.
As did Councillor Dafy's daughter. As did Kitty's son.
Oh, right, yes, okay.
As did Lyara Thistledown.
Yes, I'm staying with them in the council room in the tavern. We did all exchange a drink. Well, I don't remember the finer details of the end of the evening.
Definitely didn't involve a bottle of Fairbank Special. No?
Oh, no, I drank a lot of that, and some rum, and some vodka.
Of course. Master Lucas, I must inform you that the next infringement may result in a punishment.
No, that makes absolute sense. I know. Crime is crime. We're not above the law, even if we are working for the council. You know, it was a silly errand. A team-building exercise could be argued, but as I say, I can't remember exactly who I was with, so...
Would you
I will bear that in mind and batten down the hatches, so to speak.
Would you kindly inform Master Oliver to return the sword to me at his earliest convenience, please?
Oh, Oliver has it. Oh, yes, no problem. I will make sure I let him know. I think they were on an errand, maybe heading towards the apothecary. I can't remember, though. I went on a separate errand to the armory.
No doubt you'll see him later this evening, I would assume, given that you're both staying at the Trust.
Yeah, I would imagine so, yes. I think I've already used the ring today. It's a blessed gift. I do appreciate it, Brant.
No problem at all.
I think I need to... I don't know, I feel like it has deeper capabilities, but I need to gain more experience with it, I think, before I can... I think I can only use it once a day so far, but...
I could thrice.
Ah, fantastic. Well, then, yes, I suppose if there's potential to be developed, that would be fantastic to know.
It may take a short while, but I have full faith that you can reach the same capabilities.
Oh, I should hope so.
So, what are you up to for the rest of this evening?
Well, as I say, I wanted to make sure this wasn't a falling out, you know, outside the cathedral, when I was just on my way to get a bath after being in that armory. Having the shield upgraded.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I can't remember how long he said it would be. My brain's still a bit hazy after the drink. I'll probably just wait until tomorrow and have a bath and relax. Maybe reconvene with my colleagues. And, yeah. Anything important that you need help with this afternoon? I suppose I've got a few hours.
Not at all, no. You are planning on sleeping in the Trust this evening, are you?
Yes, most likely. And I shan't be drinking this evening.
Okay. I've had a discussion with a friend of ours, and he places his hand on your chest, right where your symbol is. Yeah.
Even stranged.
And yeah, as he touches your chest, you can feel your symbol between his hand and your chest warm up. I'll be there to see you later on.
In the Trust?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to bring some old friends as well.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
But yes, in the meantime, I'll continue with my business. If there's anything you need of me, you may contact me, or I will see you again later on this evening.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Councillor.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye, chaps.
Mr. Lucas got away very fucking lightly, given the fact that he just stood in front of the councillor and said, I broke into the library.
Yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? I
It is, in
technically
fact, what it is. But
it wasn't a lie, it just wasn't the truth.
It wasn't the whole truth. No, exactly.
Did break into the library, just wasn't the one with the locus picus.
Oh. Mate nearly lost his library card.
He very nearly did.
Is what it is, mate.
And if Brant tells a librarian...
Practically
He very well will lose his fucking library card, but
I've
he's
practically absorbed it all anyway.
he's good friends. So anyway, we've had a discussion with Master Lucas, who has left the cathedral and is headed on the western road down towards the bathhouse.
Yerp.
We will fling back across to the guild area with our friends who, hopefully, by now, please say yes, have finished their dinner. No, we're still eating meat. We're still
last
eating meat.
little bit of the shake going down. You know, yeah, the.
Do you have
You fucking deep throat the shake, bitch.
to...
Right, so Barry is sat in the cart with you two in the back eating, and he's still doing the donuts. He's still just going round and round and round. You can, as you look through the front, you can see that he's got one side of the reins pulled very tight, pulling the horse around, and the horse is just walking, and you are just doing circles in front of the guild house. Or guild houses, sorry.
Well, I mean, after finishing my food, I'll give him the rubbish and go, can you find a bin for these, please, Barry, while we're doing the business?
I might just have to add that I'm not a servant. You do
Alright,
know
fine,
that.
we'll just leave it in the cart then.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Whatever.
Yeah,
How
that's what I thought, Barry. You
How long are you
cockshag.
going to be? I've got to be home. You going to be long or...
I don't know.
How long's a piece of string?
Oh, I don't know. It depends how long you cut it. How long are you going to be?
Exactly.
But Barry, what are you going home to?
It's none of your fucking business, Oliver. What do you think?
Oh, sorry. Have you got a new painting that you need to add a little over?
Oh,
I thought you
fucking
liked
good
the
enough for you.
guilds as well, Barry. I thought
No,
you'd want
look,
to be around there.
Listen.
You walked
right?
off to this last time.
Listen. I want to join the Fighters Guild, but I can't do anything yet. All right? I don't want to be here. I want to go home. I'm fed up with being your fucking chauffeur. Can you just hurry up, please?
Well, hanging around here and doing donuts, you'll definitely be noticed and known, so it'll make it easier to get into the Fighters Guild.
Yeah, wonderful. Fantastic. All right, thanks for your input. Thanks for your advice. I'm grateful that you've spoken to me today. Can you get out of my fucking cart?
No. With that attitude, I'm going to sit right here, actually.
Sticks his finger in his ears and starts giving it the la-la-las.
How old are you? 5 years old now, Barry. What the heck? Can you do the
He's
thing
still
where you
sat with his
speak
fingers
into
in his
his
ears
head?
giving it la-la-las. Can't hear you.
I'm going to use the message cantrip, and I'm going to go, Barry, we're just going to go get some bloody ink. Chill out.
Fucking hell. Oh,
I
All right.
smirk.
go and get your ink. Go and get your ink. Whatever. I'll wait here. He's like
No, it's
holding
no
his head.
wonder you can't commit to anything, Barry. You get paid good money to do this.
There's a waft over Barry's face that just looks like he's just fucking done with today. Barry has most definitely had enough, and he's just about ready to go home, go to bed, and ignore today and wait for tomorrow to start.
Just a tip for you as well, Barry, before we come back. You can make the horse and cart stop. They don't have to keep moving.
I thought it was fun.
It was fun. We saw the sights constantly shifting as we were enjoying our meal. I appreciate it.
There's there may be some Yamanase on the seat because you kept moving, but that's for you to deal with later.
So I'll take it back to the guardhouse. I'm sure Bill and Ben will help.
Yes. Yes, they will help for today.
Throw some Yamanase around just to feel the down.
I've got a whole box of Yamanase to get through here, and Bill and Ben are helping, mate.
Bill and Ben
Yeah.
is going to be the entertainer all over again. Right, cool. So you two jump off the cart and you head over into the southeast corner to the Mages Guild. Layara's obviously not going to know too much about what and where and who and how, but Oliver, having been here his whole life, has paid absolutely zero attention to the guilds, but he has been on shift here before. So Oliver directs you towards the Mages Guild.
Right, let's go.
So,
Yeah, somewhere.
Mm-mm-mm.
you approach the Mages Guild. You walk up to the door that is closed. And you reach for the handle. And the door opens before you touch it.
No. Fancy.
The doors are open. There's somewhat of a longish corridor with a desk at the end. And behind the desk, probably about another 20 feet, is a very tall set of red velvet curtains.
Wander in and head up towards the desk.
Okay. Now, the Mages Guild is exactly as it says, the Mages Guild. However, there are sets of armour almost displayed like showpieces on the way down. And although it doesn't feel like there's people there, you can almost see them turn as you walk past. And they just follow you down the hall. Not their postures turn to keep eyeballing you as you're walking down the hall. So you get to the end of the hall and into a slightly open room. It's about 40 foot in diameter. It's a round room. And the desk is a little bit back from the middle. It's not dead in the middle, it's just a little bit further away from the entrance. But you walk up to the desk. You walk up to the desk and there is no one there. And you do your hello. And there's a little bit of banging and clanging coming on. And it sounds like it's coming from behind the curtains. Now, as you're stood at the desk, you're not stood right at the desk, so just a little bit back, and you can see these curtains like just to open a little, almost looks like it opened a little at the bottom, and you hear a pitter patter of footsteps, and then a oh, hello, nice to see you.
I don't think I see you. Hello?
There is a little gnome stood on a stool behind the desk.
Slowly peeks up.
Yeah, he's sort of like, it is almost like a... And I will put the picture on real quick so you can see what you're looking at, if I can find it. I don't think... Pitch, can you send it? Can you send it again? I don't think...
I'll try.
I don't think I saved it. But yeah, it's a short white
Don't know
gnome
if I did.
with... there it is. Quick, save it. A short white gnome with very fuzzy, frizzy, grey hair. No, I'm panicking. Gonna lose my job. Browse. Downloads. There he is. Right, on stream, he is Chappelle. There. A fuzzy head, long white beard, and long white hair. Little gnome. He's got one very obvious bright blue eye. He's wearing a sort of a semi-ragged looking robe. But stood in front of you is the master of the Mages Guild, Tielen.
Hi.
Lyara, as you look at this gentleman, you can see some resemblances to a portrait that you've seen in the college. You recognise this gentleman because he is Professor Tielen.
I, I mean, Professor? I mean, is it ex-professor? I guess if you're here. Wow.
Oh, yes, I was.
Is
Not,
this
not
is this just
anymore.
where is this is where everyone comes to retirement after lecturing at the Tri-Peaks
Well,
now?
it's not necessarily retirement. It's something to do. Keep my mind busy. But yes, this is Professor Tielen, the first head of the Conjuration School and the Master Architect of Spellweaving. The first one, the top dog.
Well, sir. Okay. I was sent over here by the apothecary because I'm looking for some ink, for scribing spells. You
Oh,
need
yes, of
very special.
course. Yes, plenty of it. How much do you need? Lots? Not lots? Little?
Lots, please. Yes, lots,
Okay,
please. Lots is always
I'll
good.
have it. I'll get it sorted for you. And he clicks his fingers and claps. And 2 servants. You know, Liara, that they are unseen servants, but they're seen. It's not a full-on visage of a humanoid. It's like you can see a faint outline.
Like a misty outline.
Like a misty outline of a humanoid. And these two kind of disappeared in not necessarily in a flash, but disappeared down the end of the corridor. And they go through the curtain, but you don't see the curtain move. Just gone straight through. Yes, well, they can sort that. What else can I do for you? How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I think really that was kind of all of it. I mean, I'm just scribing some spells into my spell book,
Oh, yeah, of
A
course.
wizard
Yes.
myself.
Oh, wonderful. What's your major, darling?
Oh, illusion.
Ah.
My mother's actually the current professor of enchantments at the Tri-Peaks.
Oh, I remember your mother, I think.
Professor Thistledown?
Ah, yes, Daphne, of course.
That's the one.
Yes, Daphne. It's definitely not Daphne. Just an FYI. I mean...
Yeah, it's not Daphne.
know.
I'm just gonna agree.
Yeah, just nod and smile with him, because he's clearly an old fart, and he's clearly got a lot of things going on, and having to remember names of, at this point, probably close to 1 million different people that he will have seen in his life. You can remember that...
Her name's Namina.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. You can remember from your studies, you know that the Tri-Peaks was established in the year 272. We are now in the year 635. Now, over the last almost 400 years, if you see one person every day, you're looking at 12,000 people. But the fact that Calvados is the biggest city in the world, and the fact that he will not have just been at Calvados, because he obviously taught at the Tri-Peaks, and Tielen is very well travelled, given the fact that he's been alive for nearly 400 years. You can imagine that the amount of people that he's seen and the amount of names that he's had go through him are phenomenal. So it'd probably be understandable that a almost 500-year-old gnome would forget a thing every now and again.
Yeah.
But also, it does come across your mind, you think, gnomes don't generally live for that long. But he's been alive for, well, probably at least 400 years.
Well, sir, it's good to see you're in such health, considering the long time that you've been around.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not dead, I guess. It's a great start.
Well, yeah, that being the main thing, obviously.
Oh, yes, of course. So, what business do you have here? You said you were at the college, were you?
I was, and I was summoned here by the well, I think my mother's doing really. We're sent here to fulfill a mission to the council, essentially.
You can see when you say the council, his blue eye starts twitching. He's like, oh, Dayfair.
Yes.
And Darius and Brent and Trulas, yes,
Yes.
and there was one more. I forget, but what? Well, is your mother well?
My mother's very well. As far as I know, I haven't spoken to her for a little while, obviously. The longest it's been, because, to be honest, I was a bit of a shut-in back in the college, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I do know who your mother is. And as he disappears, like, I know it's not very hard for a gnome to disappear, but he stood on a stool, and you can just about sort of see chin up, but he disappears under the desk, and you can hear like it's almost like he's walking about on a shelf underneath. You can hear tap 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 tap, and it disappears to the left, and you can sort of hear it out your ear, and then it's tap 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 back to the middle, and he disappears down to the right, and you can hear it from the other side, and it's like all the while he's mumbling, he's just talking to himself, and after about 30 seconds, he reappears up in the middle, and he jumps back up onto the stool, and he's like, oh, I found this, and he passes you a ring of sending.
Oh, thank you. That's...
I'm sure you want to talk to your mother, don't you?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Just quickly, Pidge, what was the? Is it just a ring of sending that you've got, or am I supposed to do that?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so you can add a ring of sending to your inventory, Layara, and
yep.
What it is, it'll be the same as whatever I told Pidge it was. So it's going to be, I think it's 1 at first level, 2 from 5th level, and 3 times a day from 10th level.
Alright.
If that's any different to what I told Pidge, then...
No, that's it, yeah. It's got 3 charges on the ring, but we can only access 1 a day.
Until 5th level.
Until 5th, 2 a day at 5th, 3, and then max from 10 up.
Yeah. I know that your mother is obviously working very hard at the college. So I can thank you and thank her a little for it. So please take this and use it as you can.
Very generous of you, thank you, sir.
No problem at all. It's just one. I've got a box full of them at the back.
That sounds like quite the business. I'm sure these are very, very popular items.
Yeah, sometimes people come and, I've taken to giving them away because I've got too many. I spoke with Garamet. You know who Garamet is? Have you seen Garamet?
Obviously.
Yeah,
I have thankfully met Sir Garamet, yes.
Yeah, the Archmaester, former Archmaester, yes, of course.
Yes,
we studied together and
absolutely.
we built, well, we didn't build, but we ran a college together. It was fantastic. But Garamet, I put in a large order with him. Almost 1,000 of these things were made, and I've still got well in excess of 900 in the back.
Well, his craftsmanship is in fact wonderful, and in fact, this robe that I'm wearing is one of his
It does
creations.
look rather amazing, but what does it do?
It makes it a lot harder for people to pierce the defenses, my defenses.
Oh, I see. So it does
still allows me to
mage armor.
It
Almost.
as such, but it also augments mage armor itself, so you can mage armor as well.
Oh, we put mage armor on your mage armor, so you can mage armor while you mage armor. Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. And who is this?
Just like the great mage exhibit once said.
Yes, of course. You must remember, X does in fact give it to you.
Give it to you. He
Yes,
does.
of course.
He does.
And
He gives you the mage armor on your mage armor.
Orange friend. Who's this one? Oh,
This
I
is
know who you
Oliver.
are. I know who you are. I've seen you before. Your mother has that drinking establishment, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. What's she doing, madam?
I believe he's lapping.
The mimic check, from
Yeah.
Michaela. It's very, yeah.
From where?
Those Michaelas, down the way.
Oh, I can't remember the last time I had a Michaela's. I'll be honest with you.
You want
No,
some?
quite all right.
a
Thank
little.
you. Thank you. You
I'm,
keep
I
it.
mean,
I'm sort of just pushing it more and more.
No, it's fine.
Sure,
It's fine.
it's nice. I mean, milkshake, man.
Falls back off the
Well, I
stool,
killed
but
him. It's time to leave.
he's a fucking magician. He's caught himself with a mage hand, and he's standing himself back up with a mage hand. So he fell backwards, almost directly flat, caught by the mage hand, and he stand up directly flat, and he just, please don't do that.
I think I've got some chicken bloblets left. If you want, a chicken bloblet.
I'm quite alright, thank you. I don't need to eat anymore.
Don't need to eat anymore.
No. It's one of the perks of being amazing. I'm quite good, you see. I'm fine.
I'm gonna
Really
inspect
don't
him for any
understand
signs of rot.
No, he looks like he looks fed. He looks alright. He doesn't look like he's malnourished or anything. He just looks like an old gnome. So it's something that I don't want to let on to, but he's fine. All right, anything else I can do? And as he says that, the curtains twitch and move, and all you see is a tray come through the curtain. And then as it gets closer, you can see the misty form. Liara, just because you're magically bound, this looks like an unseen servant spell, but it's almost like it's visible at a closer range. But once it gets out of past approximately, from what you can estimate from where you stood, about 30 feet, it's completely invisible. So you can see the misty form, but as it gets beyond 30 feet, it completely disappears. So you can only see what it's carrying. So these two servants come walking forward with trays. And on the tray is 3 rows of 4 long little inkwell pots. They're probably, I don't know, about an inch square and an inch tall, with a little cork topper.
Oh, wondrous! Thank you so much. I'll start
There's
hitting them one by
there's
one
either
into.
side of Tielen, and yeah, he gestures to you to take them all.
I'll start popping them in the bag of holding.
Fabulous. Well, you're most welcome. Take what
That's
you
quite an incredible adaptation you have of the unseen servant spell there.
I'm twiddling a little with it. It's a little more than a servant, but I'm twiddling with it. Maybe one day I'll let you have a go.
Oh, that would be wonderful. The messing and playing with the incantations and the formulas of magic is such fun, is it not?
It definitely is. I've been doing it for quite some years now, and it's
Much
lovely.
longer than I have.
It's lovely. But yeah, so he hands you or he doesn't hand you, he gestures for you to take all of the inkwells. And, well, if there's nothing else you'll need, I'll disappear and continue with my studies and research.
That's everything. Thank you so much. You've been
No problem at all. If you need any more, you know where I am.
I'll nod
He
and smile.
jumps down and pitter-patter back across the room. You see the curtains. Tielen is gone. You will notice, you will remember that he didn't say anything about any money. Any cost to any of this ink. Now, what you've just received is approximately 1,000 golds worth of high-quality ink.
Okay.
So, with the best will in the world, I don't think you'll ever need to get any more at all. I think is it a gold or is it more than that? It's like a bit of high quality parchment and.
No, it's like to do spells. It's like, is it 25 gold per level of the spell or 50?
Yeah, I think it's.
Is it 50 and then 25 if it's your speciality?
They don't do that anymore. The savant thing works differently now.
All right.
Scribing. I have the page bookmarked. For each level of the spell, it takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold.
Okay. So, is that to scribe it into your book?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So what we'll probably do is we'll either scrap or half the gold. If you can figure out how to, I'll leave it in your hands. If you can figure out how to get around the other part of it.
Yeah, the other part will be just materials, if there's any materials for the spells and stuff. So that'll...
In essence, then, it's going to cost you half of what it is because of all this fantastic ink that he's given you.
Lovely.
So it'll be 25 gold and 2 hours. Rock and roll. So, you two make your way towards the exit of the Mages Guild. It's now, after you've finished faffing about with Cielen, we're getting on for about 6 o'clock. So the sun's sort of starting to go down. There's a little bit of a tinge in the sky. Evening's drawing in. The sun's disappearing and you can feel a bit of a nip. It's starting to get a bit chilly. But as you walk outside, your cart is stood about 100 yards away from the front door of the Mages Guild. But there doesn't seem to be anyone sat in the driver's seat.
Not again. Where's he wandered off to this time?
I go to the back of the car.
Okay, you approach the back of the cart and do what?
Look for Barry.
You don't see Barry.
I am going to Star Trek cry into the sky and go, Barry!
Okay, as you do that, you can hear people. There's a bit of a sort of like, not ruckus, but like people just hustling and bustling about, and the crowd sort of splits a little about 60, 70 feet away from you. And as the crowd splits, there stands Barry in all his glory.
There you are. Yeah, Barry.
What do you want?
What are you doing?
Your job!
Oh, fuck. And he just sort of like Kevin style, hangs his head and starts walking back towards you.
Oh, no, take your time, by all means, Barry. I'm sure what you're doing is important.
As you say that, he starts pigeon stepping. One foot in front of the other, heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. So he is taking his time.
Fuck's sake, Bazza.
I'm just going to eyeball him as he
Maybe
comes.
a bit
and just
quicker than that.
He ups his speed a little. He's still doing heel to toe, but he ups his speed a little.
Barry, if you don't get over here, I'm going to show you how much I can punch, you know?
Doesn't seem to pay a lot of attention.
Oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm just going to...
As you leave the back of the cart and start walking towards him, he does get a shift on. He's like,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
he
come
looks
on.
at you and he gives a bit of a chuckle. He's like, "Yeah, all right, I'm just pulling your leg, you know."
Yeah, is that to get you nowhere if you want to be a big fighty man?
All right, whatever. Where to next, milady?
I think we're kind of done for the day, aren't we? I mean, it was a successful foray out, I feel. Should we try and meet back up with Lucas?
That's not good.
I don't know where he'll be though.
Oh,
hang on.
Oh,
I got this.
what?
I've got the ring. I use my ring of sending to send and go. Hey, Lucas, we've got the ink. Where are you at? We'll meet you there.
So Lucas is probably
Okay.
in the bath.
I'm forever blowing bubbles. Head under.
He's drowning!
Make haste, he's drowning. He's face down in a 2-inch puddle. Hello, Lyra. I'm in the bathhouse. We can convene at the trust. I have an important update. Please tell me Oliver still has the sword.
Can't tell you shit. That's the only sending out charge I've got.
Oh, I know.
You're both in the
Rule
same
number one
boat.
sentence, always chucking a question. Oh, Warren.
So, with that being said, are you going to give Barry an instruction?
Yep. Back to the trust, please, Barry, and then I think we'll be done with you for the day. You can go sleep, do whatever the hell you want.
Great, thanks. You're ever so fucking generous.
I am. Thank you.
On
Way
that
the horse
last
goes.
fucking sentence of his, there is going to be so much Yamanase in the back of this fucking car.
Okay.
I'm literally just being like, yeah.
Barry is paying very little attention to you. So,
I've got a chicken bloblet left. You want it?
Oh yes, please.
throw it back
You
at
got
Barry's
chicken.
head.
What clothes is Barry wearing?
So you will know he's wearing a guard garb, which is essentially what you wear underneath the set of armor, set of chains,
Is
set of plate.
Is
or
it
whatever.
hooded? Is the main
No,
shit?
it's like a collarless, long sleeve t-shirt with a tabard over top. The tabard is sort of like mid-thigh length, and he's got a pair of slacks on underneath and a pair of leather boots.
Hey.
Pair
So
of
I'm going to go
slacks.
to the back of the car, lean in against where I assume this window is that we speak through, where his back will be. I will get some Yamanase on the end of a chicken bloblet, and then I will try to write a word on the back of his tabard in not you, in Yamanase.
So you are using the chicken bloblet as a writing implement.
And
You
the
are using
mayonnaise,
mayonnaise as ink,
Yeah.
and you are writing on the back of Barry's tabard.
Yes.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky beaky like?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Give us a sleight of hand. Your difficulty class is 13.
Natural 20 for 23. That is the most wasted natural 20 we will ever have in this campaign.
Okay. So, what do you wish to write on the back of Barry's tabard?
Well, because it's a natural 20, it's going to be in beautiful cursive.
Okay. Yeah.
Comic
I can get behind
Sans.
that. With Fortune 500 company, not a lemonade stand. Okay, in cursive.
In cursive, I will write on the back of his shirt, fuckhead.
Okay.
Fuckhead in cursive.
Fuckhead in cursive. Nice, I like it. Okay.
And then I will pop the chicken bloblet in my mouth and resume spreading Yamanase across the seats of the car.
Fantastic. Okay, so you are making your way from the Guildhall back towards the Market Square. And as you ride down the street, go past the guardhouse, Barry sort of sticks his hand up as he goes past and says hello to all the people. And there's a lot of people being like, oh, Oliver, how you doing? And all this bollocks, people just being polite, just saying hello.
As I do that out the window, I will then squeeze Yamanase.
Just leave a trail of fucking mayonnaise down the fucking street.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So, yeah, there's now a blob of mayonnaise outside the guardhouse. You turn around the corner to the front of the corner trust, and Barry pulls up to a halt. It's now, given that journey, it's now probably about 7 o'clock. Lucas, with your hour's worth of bath, you probably will have been out and making your way back. So we'll say that timey-wimey, Lucas will have been walking across the market as the cart has pulled up.
Oh.
So you can arrive outside the trust at approximately the same time. Unless there was anything else that Lucas wanted to do.
Nothing else that I want to do. but just for the sake of stipulating,
Mhm.
the chainmail will be in the bag of holding.
Your chainmail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want to fucking get sweaty, go for a bath, and then just put my armor back on and
Put your
walk back
stinky
to the
chainmail
trust.
back on. Yep. No, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Cool. So, you all arrive at the corner trust. Barry just pulls up and halts the horse and sits in the cart. Doesn't move.
I leave all of the Yamanase wrappers inside, take the remaining Yamanase with me, get out the car and go, okay, bye, fuckhead.
Just ignores
I
you.
mean, thanks for carting us around, Barry.
His name, fuckhead.
No problem, miss. Anything
And thanks
you
for not
need, I
wandering
need
off this
deserve.
time.
Well, I didn't wander off. I did a little. I went somewhere, but I don't know. It just gets bored being sat in a cart doing nothing, so I thought I'd go and talk to someone.
That's fair. At least you're branching out and you're looking into new horizons now. Hope the Fighters Guild pays
Yeah,
off and you
I mean,
don't
what-
die horribly being killed by a troll hiding behind a tree.
He looks puzzled.
What?
I reckon
It's
it
a
will be
little bit-
5 goblins in a bush, 1 arrow.
That's a little bit specific there, miss, but I'll take it into consideration. Thank you very much.
Just watch out. It happened to us. None of us died, though.
I
Yeah.
can see you are very much still alive. Like I
Mhm.
appreciate I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I can
Yeah.
see that you are definitely still alive.
So someone came close. Really close. Like
Turns and looks at
scarily
Oliver.
close.
Was it you?
Me? What did you take me for?
I mean, he wasn't
I'm not
too
going to answer
far
that
off.
because I don't want to lose my job.
Do it. I dare you.
No, I'm all right. Anyway, you're done. See you later. And he whips the horse, and the horse and cart start wheeling about, and he's heading back towards the guardhouse.
We just set Barry up to become a big bad evil in future. I
You
am
remember
Barry the
me, Oliver?
Necromancer!
I am the Yamanase Necromancer.
Bread romancer.
I was
yeah.
cleaning Yamanase out of the back of his seat. I learned its component structure and now I will it to my command.
Come, my Yamanase demons!
Yamanase Bender.
Oh God, why is it delicious?
Earth, air, fire, water, Yamanase. It doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it? Anyway, cool. So you lot are all, or you two are now stood outside the trust, and about 10 feet away from you comes Lucas trudging along.
Hello.
Hey, Lucas.
Can I still see the sword?
Oh
I
yeah,
believe so, yeah. You just had it tucked
it's
in your
very
belt, didn't
obvious.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, I must admit, I'm not anticipating this conversation going well, Oliver. However, it is of utmost importance. Let us
Yeah.
all head inside and maybe find a quiet corner so I can update you on my afternoon's activities.
Okay. You want some Yamanase?
What the Sunni is Yamanase?
What
I
the
didn't
bitch?
know until today. They go delicious on chicken bloblets, and it makes seats look horrific.
I'll pass. Thank you. Maybe later.
Kentucky.
I shall lead the homies up to the room if they
You
follow.
don't necessarily need to go to the room. You know that you've got the council table, which comes with a council room, which is in a quiet corner anyway. But if you want to go up to the room,
Okay.
you can do that.
Yeah, if it's private, we'll
Yeah,
just go.
it's private enough. It's like the VIP area at the club where there's like a fucking
Yeah.
barrier, like a rope barrier all around.
I put the box of Yamanase on the bar before I go in.
The second you put it on the bar, Missy picks it up and walks it back to the kitchen.
Nice.
Free shit.
Free shit indeed, my man.
Chuck it in
So
a
we'll
big
sit round the
black bowl.
table. I'll pull out the bottle of
Yamanase?
Fairbank Special.
Oh.
just to have a little drink while we talk. If anyone wants to, I'm not going to force you. Realise I've not actually got glasses. Like, shit. Fuck it. Put the bottle away for safekeeping and just order a drink when a barmaid comes nearby.
I mean, within moments of you being sat down, you'll have someone within talking distance that you can ask of. So if you had the bottle out and you want to request glasses, she can bring you some glasses. If not, if you just drink.
I'll keep my bottle.
Right.
And could we have a jug of water for the table, and I'll have just a small glass of wine, please.
Still sparkling or tap? Sorry,
Oh.
still sparkling or well?
Still, please.
Okay, no problem. She disappears.
Can I just have can I have a grape juice, please?
Yes, sorry, I thought the water was for everybody else. And Oliver?
When have I ever drank the water? What?
What?
You know what I like. This is okay, baby.
Okay. She turns and disappears. So
Ale with spit.
you see her stood behind there going.
Not even hiding it.
No, just a big, big fucking green one. Yeah.
Hey.
So, long story short, spoke to Councillor Brandt outside of the cathedral. He was aware of the break-in at the library, for which I owned up to.
Why did you do that?
Why?
I didn't want to lie to Brandt, but then once I started talking, I also didn't want to get anyone else in trouble. So it was like a half-honest approach. So I admitted to breaking in, and I think I was clever enough with my words so as to incriminate myself, even though he knew other people were there, but I didn't actually mention any names. He does, however, know that you three were also drunk last night, so he's not stupid. He probably knows, but I didn't drop anyone in it. However, he is aware that the sword was taken, and with it being the only current in existence steel longsword, he would very much like it returned, Oliver. He will be coming to the Trust this evening.
Why did he come in here?
He's bringing some friends, probably for an important chat or something, or I say important, for a chat, him and some friends, maybe to help us in our coming journey, I don't know. He just mentioned he was coming to the Trust later.
That sounds ominous as all hecky.
He knew that you had the sword, so that wasn't me dropping you in it, so I recommend just giving it back, I suppose.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm surprised they didn't use some magical means to locate
Yeah,
it.
he's either located it or he knew it was Oliver, so he's probably scryed or something. I don't know. Either way, he knew you had it. So
keep talking. I'll be back with you momentarily.
Yes, well that's it really. I went for a bath after handing my shield in at the armory for an upgrade. Eleanor pretends to look at watch. Probably done having a tattoo, but I might think about getting a relatively early night after last night and then crack on from tomorrow.
It was a pretty heavy one last night.
My only other plans really are to collect my shield and go to the orphanage. Do you have any other plans, Lara?
Not really, no. I mean, I could do with some time with my books, some scribing.
I can't remember if we determined, but we could also possibly determine if you've got the time during your tattoo. You could spend that doing some scribing as well.
That's true. It's not enough to get all of everything I want done.
Well, sir, we've got a few days, but perhaps if I keep myself free to collect my shield and go to the orphanage tomorrow, and then if you get your tattoo tomorrow, and then try to maybe do some scribing while you're at it, etc., and then I will get my tattoo the following day, and then that will be all of us tattooed, I believe. Apart from Bartimus, we'll have to keep our eye out for him. I'll maybe try to send I'll use the ring that I've got. Send him a message tomorrow. But we'll figure it out.
Oh, I got given a ring as well.
Oh, fantastic. I'll kind of hold my finger up. What does yours do?
Exactly the same. That's how I
Oh.
managed to contact you.
Oh, of course. Oh, brilliant. Well, yes. Fantastic. So that's at least 2 messages in the group.
Yeah. So I was hoping to speak to my mother, but you know.
Well, no,
My head is
you.
telling me that Eleanor is not going to be with us today, and I don't know how my head did this.
Oh, okay. Well,
She might be.
you probably just had a message. We should probably
Wow.
establish, Oliver, because every time you seem to receive a message from any of us, you seem stunned by it. We have capabilities in which we can send magical messages into your mind so that we don't have to
You can see
communicate
into my
verbally.
mind.
It'll just send messages to your mind, which you can reply to.
I can see into your mind and stop
Why
thinking.
don't go in there.
No.
That's not
You know
polite.
what?
I like it. It's my sanctuary. It's my inner peace.
Oh, I've not
What that means to
plunged
me.
the depths yet. The surface is putting me off.
It's a good shout.
Launched the depths. I'm going deeper. Too deep, too deep, too deep.
I don't know what this thing is. These deep bees cartoons
What
that
is
you keep
this?
referring to.
So, yes, I believe drink, maybe order dinner, wait for Brant to turn up, finish the day.
We had a Michaela's while we were out.
I've not been there yet.
Yeah.
To
But that's
the
why
new
we got the
salad.
Yamanase. We got so much Yamanase.
Lots of
What
yama.
is-
You know.
It's in a condiment sauce. Fizzle.
Yes, a creamy white condiment sauce.
Take it as you will.
I'd probably take it on a side salad, or maybe get a little bit in and around the mouth.
Well, we didn't have a side salad. We had a side table.
You had a side table. Do they do a
Yeah.
side salad? What's a side? Okay, what's a side table?
What it appears to be.
A side table is a
table.
side salad.
Side
It's just
table.
what it's called from Michaela's.
Right, I'm with you. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so that's my plans for the day. Await Brant, probably hand the sword back so that we don't get in too much trouble for having stolen the only steel longsword in existence.
Okay, I have so many questions on that one. What is steel, and why does anyone give a shit?
It's so you know iron and such that other weapons are made from. Apparently, steel is the new upgraded rare material weapons are being made out of. I suppose
Right. So, on that, why would I give it back?
because it's not yours, Oliver. And
Well, it
whilst
is because I have it.
theft is good if you don't get caught. Councillor Brandt knows you have it. So if you want to argue with Brandt, I will hold my hands up, and that's my involvement. I've passed on the message. Brandt wants it back, and he knows you have it.
Well,
But he's not using it. I mean, what's the point of having it if you're not going to use it?
It's a question for Councillor Brandt. Maybe they were keeping it safe until they determined if it had any other uses. I don't know.
That's stupid. It's like, these hokey figure cards that I have upstairs. Everybody says, don't open them. They'll be worth loads in the future. And you're just like, what is the point of having them if you're not going to open them?
yeah, that's. I mean that. Then it's not fulfilling its purpose. It might as well just be a pickle
Exactly. What?
sitting in a jar, being pickled
You should eat the pickle.
eventually.
I wasn't going to drink tonight, but
I think you need it, mate. I think I need a fucking beer. Jesus Christ. I'm not even fucking
Well,
there.
I mean, I'm a little concerned that if this thing is such a rarity and it's a known item, that other people will be searching for it as well.
I don't believe we determined, or have we attempted to determine if it has any magical properties. I don't think it did it? It's
No,
just
No.
it's just a one of one currently, so that's why it's so important.
I mean, it's a good walking stick, and I know that much.
You've been using it as a walking stick.
That's all it's good for, yeah. It's a bit crappy.
Dipping the tip into the floor.
I
Can I-
bring it out and show you that the tip is severely blunted.
It's not blunted.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It's as
It's
sharp
fine.
as it was the second you found it.
Expecting to see a round tip, I kind of wince when he shows it, but seeing it's still a sharp tip.
Can I hold it for a minute?
That, I suppose.
Yeah, you
Can I-
can use it for pickles.
For pickles. No, I mean, I just want to take a look at it for a moment.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going
Go
to have to
for it.
Take a look. Lay a
We'll have
hand
to-
on it.
disappear in a moment just to help Missy bring the food order over.
Mhm.
I'll only be a minute helping her from the kitchen momentarily.
When did we order food?
Helping her. No,
I
Lucas.
sent her a message. Missy, I'm ordering food. I'll come help you carry it out in a minute. There you go.
A load of pickles.
It's just a bowl. I mean, I'll say that. Just a
A
couple
bowl of pickles.
table pickles.
Get Yamanase.
Yeah, oh, pickles in your... Oh, mate.
Yeah, well, that's a...
I can't think of
Freckles and
anything worse.
Yamanase.
With that said, I'm going to cast Nistel's magic aura on the sword and use the false aura object. So that if any
I'm going to ban that
magical...
fucking spell, I swear to God.
any attempts to detect it actually appears as a tie-in Michaela's toy pickle sword that's magical with the ability to conjure Yamanase.
What the fuck? That's a wild
So,
spell, bro.
instead of a
It's
very
conjuration
fucking
magic.
useful
Go to help.
steel longsword, we have now got a toy sword that can summon mayonnaise.
I mean, it still looks the same, and it's still the same thing. It's just for magical purposes. It's not what it actually is. It doesn't appear to be anything different, but it's
Okay.
a pickle Yamanase sword.
A pickle sword that can summon
Yeah,
mayonnaise.
if someone casts identify on it, it's Michaela's pickle Yamanase sword.
Great. Cool.
I pickle bad.
So,
Such a-
you three, or you two, are sat there. Dina brings over the wine, your plum or grape juice, grape wine, whatever the fuck it was, I can't remember. I've dealt with so much bullshit since then. She brings you over your bottle of grape juice. Oliver's ale with a loogie on the top, with a hark to her, and Lucas's glass of red. And Lucas is nowhere to be seen. He said he was going to help Dina with the food order, but he's nowhere to be seen.
I thought Lucas was helping you get the food. That's what he told us.
He ordered something. I don't.
Lots of pickles, from what I know.
Pickles.
Pickles.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. She sort of like shakes her head as if to. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not going to ask. And she turns around and she starts walking away. So you two have got your drinks. Lucas's wine is placed there, and he's disappeared. Moments later, probably 15-20 seconds later, the doors at the front of the Choss swing open, and in walks a guard, then another two, and another two, and another two. And as the guards walk in, they form like a channel that leads from the door to the bar. And make perception checks, you two who are sat there. Lucas, Dina ratted you out.
Did what? About what?
Dina
What?
ratted you
When?
out. You went to help her with the food, but she didn't see you. She said you placed an order, but she didn't see you.
I got a 3.
Perception.
I'm confused.
16.
16, okay. You pointed your finger and sent a message as you normally do, but it wasn't Dina you spoke to.
It was Missy, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Dina came to the table and they spoke to Dina. But anyway, regardless. Lucas isn't here. We've got a perception check of 16. So, you can see your mother walk to the front centre of the bar where the guards are. You acknowledge that this sort of guard presence is not normally a thing unless it's council. So you can just about see a dark-skinned Aasimar with white hair, a light-skinned elf with dark hair, a humanoid male with dark greying hair, another human with grey hair and a grey beard, and a very short gnome-looking creature walking behind them, and another half a dozen guards behind them in 2x2s. They all walk up to the bar, and they make a right turn, and they make a beeline straight for the table where you two are sat.
Sip. If we want to leave, now is the time.
I think suddenly I need the bathroom.
Yeah, I
You
think
know
suddenly
that-
I need to take an hour's shit.
You two are sat on the council table that you have very well the rights to be at, because you have been given the council quarters, which includes the council table. But you can see the 5 members, the 5 most important people in Calvados, walking over. Sorry, cat's having zoomies. Walking over to your table. Lucas reappears at the back with a bowl of pickles and whatever other food he wants, and sits at the table. Lucas, as you turn, because Oliver is stood almost jaw at the floor, staring at some people, as you turn round to look, you can see Dave, Tulaz, Brant, a gentleman you've never seen before, and a gnome that you've never seen before. Walking, or you may have seen Tielen before, but there is one gentleman in there who you have never seen before, and they are all walking towards your table.
Do we need to get up? Do you need the space? I'm more than happy to take the drinks to the room. I'll call out to them. Sorry, we're in the place.
The 5 people.
Did you say Brant was there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Councillor's brought his friends.
Man, you really like pickles, don't you?
I do. On the Yamanasi.
Yeah, that's my pickles.
What the flip is that? Is that a foot-long
Pepperoni.
garlic bread?
It's a pepperoni dipper.
That's not a dipper, mate.
A wrap with pepperoni and cheese in it.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, yeah. So Brant turns to Lucas and says, "Good evening, young man. As I told you earlier, I brought some friends. We're going to have a little chat." So they start filtering into the table. It's a big round table. It's like a big booth table. And they start filtering in on the side, squishing you guys up so that you're all sort of like shoulder to shoulder over on the other side.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I love this. This is great. Okay.
So, not to put too fine a point on it, you 3 are now sat on the table with the 5 most important people in Calvados.
Who don't know what personal space is.
You're in their house, mate.
It's my house.
Literally.
There's a
Could we have more glasses for the table water, please?
There's a silence, and a tray comes over, wielded by a big white cat, who sits down on the table as well.
Hi, Mumphy. Sip.
So, you're all probably wondering why we've gathered you here. Well, you're probably not.
No.
I think we kind of know.
It's probably about me breaking into the library and the return of the sword, right?
Not just that, Lucas. I understand that you guys wanted to have some fun, and I allowed my daughter to be a part of your fun. But fun is one thing. This is not fun.
She grew as a person and has learned new adventures and how to be sneaky. This is great experience for our adventures. Please, for the love of God, don't punch me again.
Tulaz chirps up and says, Young Oliver, I understand. You all have to experience life in your own way. Eleanor has not yet had that experience. So I thank you.
Exactly.
I thank you for granting her an experience that she may never forget.
Yeah.
However, there is a certain matter of the 43 holes in the floor of the marble floor in the Great Library.
What do you mean 43 holes?
Caused by what we believe someone using a steel longsword as a walking stick.
I have no idea how that could have happened.
No, and we definitely don't have scries up in the library, Oliver.
What? I mean, did they? Shit, they recorded.
Oh, so Oliver was there. I couldn't remember. My memory was hazy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Dave turns to Lucas and gives him the stink eye.
I wink.
There is a message in your head. You don't need to lie, son.
I'm not lying. I was really drunk. Sorry, Pickle.
A slow nod, like, okay.
I'd never drunk before. I wasn't in at my full capable self. You know.
Listen, it's secondary. We'll get the floor fixed. It's not a problem. Oliver, would you kindly hand that sword back to Councillor Brandt, please?
I sure I don't have it.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you mean the pickle sword? Okay.
What?
Michaela's pickle sword of Yamanase conjuration.
Brandt takes the sword by the hilt and
Identify it.
As he touches it, you, Lyara, can notice almost like a wave straight down the bottom from the hilt to the tip. He's dispelled it.
I was just worried that if it was such an important item that there might be nefarious plans to try and hunt it down as well.
There are no nefarious plans. It is simply a longsword. It's just the only one we have at the moment.
Question.
Answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Fine.
going back to my previous questions, which I was asking these guys, what is the point of having it if you're not going to use it?
We do have plans of using it. Well, actually, I had plans of giving it to you, but you don't seem to want to use a bladed implement.
No, not really.
Okay. Lucas, what is your preferred weapon of choice? A rapier.
I had to pull the rapier out and then realise there's too many people around the table. A rapier.
Wonderful. I'm assuming, Miss Thistledown, you're not much of a melee artist.
No, these fingers are weapons.
And what of the little red fellow?
I think that is like at least 4 times bigger than him.
Okay.
Did he use a hammer or an axe? I can't remember.
Hammer.
It was a hammer.
I think based on the inscriptions on his shield, I'm not entirely sure what his faith is, but he's a man of faith. And I believe it's something to do with hammers.
He's a man that worships something that we haven't seen or heard of in a long time. And I'm grateful for it, honestly.
Oh?
Yes. Are you familiar with the deities of the underworld?
Am I?
History.
Probably a bit, but...
Any one of you can roll history. Oliver, if you can roll history at Disad, please. But Lyara and Lucas can just roll
do not
straight
know.
history.
6.
6.
The hells didn't get there very much.
Cool.
Oh, it's just a 13.
Just a 13. He's going to tell you anyway. So, this thing that the little red one worships is the son of Grazd, Lord of the Hells. We haven't seen him for 500 years, 400, 500 years, I'm unsure. A long time. He was banished in a fight to win his freedom back. But we haven't seen him or heard from him.
Isn't usually like the son of a Lord of Hell's kind of bad?
He wasn't while he was here, but I have a feeling it's because he didn't know why he was here. It's a long and drawn-out story, but I believe there was a deal made between Grazd and a hag to have his 2 sons on the material plane, but they had to serve her.
Oh.
He planned on having them...
Yeah, like, listen to Oliver going, huh? Because he just doesn't know. But even Lucas, the learned, is like, huh?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he had plans for his children to spread the seed. And it's believed that from those 2, every tiefling that exists on a material plane stems from Dramus and Horak.
Okay, so from what I got a grasp of, I don't understand at all. I'm not even going to try.
Potentially bad people, Oliver.
Oh, okay, so now you're being racist.
Not being racist, being truthful.
Well, there's
being
nothing wrong with
racist.
tieflings. I mean, I have a tiefling friend. He's pretty cool.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Stabby Steve.
Hmm.
He's not a bad guy. Stabby Steve.
Stabby Steve. He sounds like an upstanding gentleman.
He is.
That's fucking amazing.
But
He's a
anyway,
legitimate
All of the people.
businessman.
Stabby Steve.
Stabby Steve. He
Not
sounds
bad
like a
guy.
fantastic, upstanding member of the community. But besides, these 2...
If you want a genuine Prolex pocket watch, he can get it to you really cheap.
I'm just going to pretend you don't exist. These 2 individuals,
Wow.
these 2
Rude.
tieflings,
He's being
Horak
racist.
and Dramus, are believed to be not inherently evil. Because when they were brought to the material plane, they had no remembrance, no memory of what happened before.
Well, okay.
Bad
So-
behaviours are often learned, not inherited.
Precisely. So, as a part and parcel of you taking care of what is happening in Karatek for us, I'd ask that you also just keep a little eye on that red fellow and make sure nothing untoward happens. There's a strange aura about him, and we're unsure what it is.
Funny you should say that. We kind of have lost track of him.
He'll be somewhere. He hasn't left the city, I can tell you that.
I mean, if I could speak perhaps on his character, all he has done since we have known him is extend my name, which my colleagues has picked up on, apparently.
Ah, of course, it's no longer just Lucas, it's now Lucas, isn't it?
It's absolutely not. No, my name is Lucas, just one time.
Well, I can have your birth record changed if you wish.
I would be unforgivingly enraged if you did, sir. My
Eleanor
name is
finds it
Lucas.
quite hilarious.
hilarious as it may be, it's not my name. But anyway, he
Not yet.
goes around granting guidance to people. So I would imagine
Interesting.
the worship of whatever it is may be based around, I don't know, a knowledge or a recollection or a memory of this figure rather than... I mean, as you said, if they weren't inherently evil, then perhaps the worship of them wouldn't necessarily be inherently evil.
What little we do know of the first tieflings are that one of them had something to do with the Fairbank, and the other one lost his life in the swamp. So maybe once the Karachek business is finished, we might ask you to travel to Wanton.
No.
DM to DM, just in case this is something that they just don't know I see, or whether it's you not remembering. When Grazd came through, 2 other tieflings came through.
No, I know, but this is how it's remembered in history. Is that Horak and Dramus were the first tieflings, and they were responsible, as far as people know.
Yeah, cool.
Because Grazd came through, as I recollect it, Grazd came through with another 2 tieflings, and they fucked off, and there wasn't anybody other than the party that was there, and I want to say it was Valinor.
Yeah, reasonably.
When Grazd was there. But as far as people know, all that people have heard of is that Horak and Dramus are the first tieflings.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've lost where I was. Yeah, so once the Karachek business is dealt with, maybe you guys could travel over to Want and see if you could get to the bottom of it. But I don't want that little fellow to feel left out. I understand that they have lived in seclusion, from what we know. They've lived in seclusion somewhere in the region of the swamp, or somewhere near King City, for quite a while. And as Dave says, King City, the entire table's eyes shift to someone. Actually, you told them anyway, didn't you?
I told these guys,
Yeah.
but the council don't know that I've told them. As
But
everyone
the
looks at
entire-
me, I just look
everyone's
up a
eyes
jug
shift.
of water and just pour at the water.
Yeah.
Thirsty work. Oh,
Why are we looking at you?
what?
Why are we looking at you? I don't know. I'm just doing it.
Everyone else
Right,
at the table, has started
I
looking.
didn't say anything.
No, but I just wanted to be cool.
So somewhere between the Fairbank and King City. Maybe where the rest of his clan, family. I don't know, what would you call a pack of kobolds? A group of kobolds? A clutch?
Probably
Regardless.
a pack or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Gaggle.
A gaggle of kobolds. Oh, well, semantics. But anyway,
A
there's
flurry of kobolds.
a flurry of kobolds.
Oh, a murder. A murder of
Definitely
kobolds.
not. Let's not call them a murder. Let's not put ideas in their heads.
That
Yeah, I'm not
that's
entirely sure.
no.
Murder
Murder's
is
for what's the birdie people? The birdie people.
Kenku.
Kenku.
Kenku, yes, the murder of Kenkus. That's what they're called.
Indeed. Anyway, there is a reason that we are all here. We have descended upon you. It's not just to berate you over the lost sword. While you are away, we are trying to set up a portable interdimensional travel circle.
Planetary, interdimensional.
Intergalactic, intergalactic,
Another dimension, another dimension.
Alright, somebody turn the button down.
Stop.
Lyara, you will know that what Dave is alluding to is a teleportation circle. So it's like it's basically, you know, if you cast teleport circle in the same place for a year, it'll become permanent. What these guys are trying to test out is like, I don't know how to describe it and make it sound D&D good, but it's a twister mat that looks like a teleport circle that you can teleport from and to.
I'm just going to
Twister mad.
DM you something, Bob.
Yeah, go for it, mate. We're trying to make sure, or not make sure, we're trying to establish.
Right. You're talking magic. I'm going to go talk up a barmaid.
You can. Oh, all right, yeah, go on. You go do. I mean, you
I'll
can't
see
get out of the
best
table.
way. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I can't, trust me.
He's going to squat there and then. So. God, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, what we're trying to do, we're trying to perfect it so that we can almost have a portable teleportation circle. The 6 of us that are sat with you now are some of the more talented individuals that are of this world. And we would like to offer assistance to you on your endeavours. In times of need, we can teleport to you and assist you. This is obviously a boon for you.
Very, very big one, yes.
Which brings me to the opposite side. A little over 30 years ago, something started that we should have put a stop to. But we didn't. We spent a lot longer chasing Ulysses and the Vermilion Immortal. There have been infractions, not just across Calvados, but within Kerachek and Wunt as well. The Inner Planes had decided that whilst Ulysses was trying to regain control or reincarnate the Vermilion Immortal, that they would launch semi-coordinated attacks onto the material plane. We were supposed to remove that threat, but we were too focused on Ulysses. And now it's becoming an issue. And that is the real reason that we need to send you to Kerachek. Nothing, well, I say nothing to do with politics. It is still to do with politics. There is still a struggle in Lochtorpian. But after that is sorted, we need you to do what we couldn't, what we didn't. You're all very capable individuals. Granted, individuals that do make some mistakes, but everybody does. Getting drunk and breaking into a library is not a slight on some of the things that I've done in my life. But we'll put it all beside us. We'll worry about it another time. We know that... Is it Lochtorpian? Is Lochtorpian the south one, Pidge?
Oh.
Loctopus. Loctopus is the south one. So slightly north of Loctopus is where some things were spotted. 2 golems. Possibly more. It's unknown at the moment. But once you get to Kerachek, please take the time you need to help with the political struggles and then venture north.
So this political meeting is where?
Whatever the south one is.
Loctopus.
Loctopus. Not
But
Loctorpian. He said
these-
Loctorpian,
these,
I meant Loctopus, so I got confused between the two.
But then, once the diplomatic thing has been arranged, we're to head north in Kevacek to seek out reference of these golems.
Yes.
Okay. I have a couple of small questions.
Please.
Can you talk more on this diplomatic thing? I know Eleanor's spearheading it.
It's an
And we have a
election
spo-
campaign.
Right.
The election campaign is between a few individuals. He pulls out a notebook to try and recollect. He says, when I can fucking find it. There are two individuals who are looking to take control. However, we don't believe that everything is going to be above table.
Right. So as a delegation on behalf of the Council of Calvados, we are to do what?
Oversee.
Right, so Eleanor is going to be there to oversee this. We are to protect and guard her. And these delegates are going to...
I believe the campaigns are up and running now, but there could be something untoward happen.
Okay.
Some backhandedness, some sleight of hand with regards to the counting of votes and the like.
Right. Okay.
We must ensure that power is transferred peacefully and nobody is hurt and everything is done fairly.
Okay. And my second question, I know you are all busy doing your own thing, but why must it be us that seeks out these golems if they are indeed an assault 30 years in the making?
We're sending you to Karachek anyway. Well,
Oh, right, okay.
Honestly, the golems are the real issue. We were sending you.
Okay.
The political issue is something that we have decided, well, not necessarily decided we need to intervene. We have been requested by a group of civilians.
Okay. And do we know who is going to be taking these votes or counting the votes?
This same group of civilians, the acting council in Loctopus at the moment.
So we need to overwatch this group of civilians to ensure there's no... that the counts aren't...
Rigged. Fudged, if you will.
fraudulently... Yeah, okay. Okay.
There is a bugbear, Buck Kodor, and an orc called Korgak. Those two are running for what they believe... I can't remember what they were going to call it, but it's the councillor, essentially.
Okay.
If there's anything else we can help you with in the meantime, do let me know.
What is our jurisdiction in regards to... I'm just thinking possibilities, trying to analyse things here. What if we do find corruption? Can we just order a recount? Can we not take over the count and do it properly?
You should do as you see fit.
Okay.
Eleanor is of sound mind.
Mhm.
I'm sure the two of you are as well. Maybe Oliver a little less so. And he looks over towards Kitty and she's nodding. Completely in agreement. If you need to intervene, please do. It's been in excess of 30 years since Karachek has had a governor.
Mm. Just look over at Darius.
You don't know he's Darius.
That's true. I don't look at Darius.
You look at the you can look at Darius, but you don't know who he is.
I look at Darius. Forgive me. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ah, of course, Darius de Montfort. Nice to meet you.
Ah, the governor of one.
Yes,
Fantastic.
of course. Yes, you are Master Lucas King, I believe.
Lucas Roswell, sir.
Roswell. My apologies, but you are a king, aren't you? Yes. Anyway,
Ooh.
you were saying
Let's look at Dayfair. Brother.
he's very very forthright. He's Mr. de Montfort.
Fantastic.
How can I help?
No, I was just wondering who you were because we'd not been introduced.
I am the 5th member of the council. And Tielen is sat there now, and he looks up at Darius. He looks to Tulaz. He looks to Dave. He looks to the cat.
Oh.
Who's the 5th? There's Tulaz and Dave and Darius and Brant. Who else? And in unison, all 4 of them look at him. It's you, pal. Oh, of course. Oh, of course. Yes. Sorry, I've been so busy lately. I forgot.
Right.
If there's anything you need between now and the time you leave, do let us know.
Yes, I'm getting my shield upgraded.
Of course. Speaking of which, Brant reaches into his bag of holding. He pulls out a replica of your shield.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The armourers are already working on mine.
He hands you the shield and says, I had this one blessed. Saint Martin watches over us. And he hands you the shield. Just for the sake of timey-wimey bollocks, it is what you asked for, but it is Martin instead of Avia.
Right.
So,
What, so
it's a replica of your shield. It's almost exactly the same as your shield. And it's already got the blessing on it with the +2. It's a +2 shield with the +2 aura.
Right.
I haven't made it,
Right.
but I will
right,
do.
Right.
I will write in here, make shield.
In that case, the if you need a spare,
I'll collect yours if you've no longer a need for it.
I was just about to suggest that, but then I have kind of got sentimental value. I'll keep it.
You can.
I can
whatever.
mount it on my wall at the end of this journey.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, well, yeah, thank you very much. That's a glorious gift. It's kind of stroke across the emboss. Nice.
And it is like impeccably made. It looks like it's been hand carved out of a piece of fucking granite or marble or fucking something really fucking nice. And
Very nice.
we will stop for a quick recess.
Yeah.
So we can all do some little business or whatever is needed. I'll stick it up for 15, shall we? Or do we want to do 10? What do we fancy?
Whatever, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind either.
We'll go 10, and if we need to make it longer, we will do. But
Yeah.
yes, so in the meantime, thank you for joining us, friends. We will take a quick recess. We will be back in approximately 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hello again. Hello. 'Tis us. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Bit longer than anticipated because we were just
T. Allen's
chilling.
still on the screen, mate.
chilling and talking. Tialan is still on the screen. Not anymore. He's not. Fabulous. So welcome back. We are here again. Hello. It is us.
Hi.
So you're all sat at the table. The entire council is sat with you. Small talk is being made, and the drinks are flowing. And
Dodged a bullet, it seems. Oh.
Darius stands up. Well, I've got to get going. I'll, yes, just let me know when you need something, if you need something.
Nice to meet you, Councillor.
Likewise. He walks out the front. Walks out the front door. He's gone. Well, I suppose it would be now a good time to get some rest.
Yes, I was just saying that. My only plans for... Well, I don't need to bore the council with my plans. Yes, rest sounds good.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'll be seeing you. And he
Thank you for your time, councillors.
hops down.
Okay.
And tap. He's gone.
The tiny man, he give me very bad vibe.
Oh,
Bad vibe.
Bad vibe.
Why does he give you a bad vibe, Oliver?
Feel like he is acting like the normality, but inside he has demon.
He doesn't have a demon. He's a 450-year-old gnome. One of the
Demon, dementia, it's the same thing.
One of the strongest magic minds in the world.
And you let him go around unescorted.
In all fairness, Oliver, if there's anybody in this world who didn't need escorting, it's most definitely Councillor Tialan.
Okay, if he fall over, I warn you.
I don't think he'll fall over.
The sound of him falling over
Right,
outside.
Oh shit! No.
Oh, my hip! My tiny hip!
Yeah, so he.
My spleen!
My spleen. No, Councillor Tialan doesn't need assistance with anything. Anytime, you know what old people are like, they struggle, they're stubborn. But yes, it is in fact what it is. He'll be absolutely fine.
That's why you give them a person to feed them soup.
A person to feed them soup.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Thanks,
whatever's needed. Yes, Lucas.
Where's Eleanor?
She's at home.
Oh.
She said she had a rough night last night and she wanted to sleep in her own bed.
Ah, yes, fair enough. Right.
We'll leave you to it.
It's the end of the night out and I'm done.
Slap your knees, stand up.
Slap the knees, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so Dave and Tulaz.
I'm interested
Start
in one
walking
more
out.
lunch.
Just nip into Lou. Right, see you next week then. Lad.
Yeah.
Game of pool or anything? No? Alright, sounds.
Just nip into the loo. Text ready home. Yeah. Yeah, so Dave and Tulaz stand up and Brant stands up with them and follows them towards the door. As they walk down the tube of guards, they start filtering in behind them. And they get to...
Daffy, just before you go,
What?
how come the midget doesn't need anyone looking after them, but you need like 24 guards?
I don't need... They just do.
Okay, curiosity piqued, thank you.
I don't think that's the right term for someone of short stature.
How
No, we shouldn't say that one again.
It's
the
roleplay.
tiniest...
It's roleplay. Public disclaimer,
yeah.
the views of the characters played within the Terrafae realm do not reflect the views of the people playing the characters. They are, in fact, only characters. Please treat them as such. Thank you.
I mean, that was like our character as well, so...
Anyway.
Okay, I'll call him tiny person.
He's a gnome.
Little
Oliver.
man.
So
Okay.
Dave leaves. Tulaz leaves. Brant gives Lucas a nod. And leaves as well. So what was a hustling, bustling Kitty Spoons has been turned into a less hustling, bustling Kitty Spoons because 27 guards have now left, along with the entire council.
27 is such an odd number.
It
Is
is literally
correct.
an odd number.
It's not even, therefore it is odd. Congratulations. Anyway, so
He's
yeah,
learning numbers. Bless
goodness,
him.
we'll be on the alphabet soon. Just don't tell him to take shoes and socks off, for fuck's sake. Right, so the council have left. The rest of the evening is yours.
I will retire.
We're going to break
Well,
back
you're
into the
right.
library then.
Are we in agreement that you're getting your tattoo tomorrow, Lyara?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Do a little bit of spell scribing if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I will... Oh, shit. Now I've kind of freed up. I don't need to collect my shield. Oh, no, I will collect the shield. Of course, no. I need to keep it as a memento. And then go to the orphanage.
Why do you want to go see the children's?
I want to go pay a return visit to the little... Well, I say little. The blue tiefling fellow that Well, I just want to pay a return visit because the first visit wasn't wasn't as good as it could have been. Yes, it's a bit of a personal matter, I suppose.
Okay.
What are your plans, Oliver? Is there anything you need to achieve?
Ooh. Wow, that's a list. I want to try and bench press like big weight. I'd like to maybe find meaning and happiness in this dull, plain existence of being a cat. I would like. You know what? I'd probably go for another Michaela apple pie. Actually, apple pie.
Sounds like a fun-filled, fantastic experience of a day.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if we do not see each other, perhaps we shall reconvene same time tomorrow and make sure we're all up to date on how the day has gone.
Okay.
Too bad.
Fantastic. So, you make your way upstairs as the last one of you leaves the table. Melissa walks over, just clears up all the glasses, empty jugs, takes them back, and just cleans the table down, ready for the next time you guys want to attend. So you all make your way up the stairs, up 2 flights of stairs. You get to the top floor, and the bedroom door is open.
Well, I mean, since we'll have like a couple of hours at least left in the day, won't we? I might get one spell scribe now.
You're looking at about 9:30 now.
Yeah, get one done and then get your
Yeah,
own
I'll get
back
one
then.
done. Yeah.
Cool.
Wake up at 8 in the morning.
Yeah. So you approach the room and the door is open. Ajar.
What scribing are you actually doing?
I've got a load
Are
of
you-
spell skills that I want to put into my...
Oh, you're adding spells to your book. Right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it takes 8 hours to make a level 1 scroll. I'm not...
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The door's ajar.
As we get to the top of the stairs.
You can see a little bit of light seeping out.
Walking.
You enter the room, and someone is sat at the table, eating the remnants of breakfast.
Must have been left there all day. Fucking hell.
You
Hello.
You left. Little red man walked in, and he's been just nomming. And every time the barmaids have come up to clear up, he's just said, "No, not finished yet."
Nice.
The Bartimus has been sat in the room all day, scranning.
Barty. Where have you been, little friend?
Here, there, and everywhere.
Nice.
Just having a look.
Was he there for the tattoo discussion?
I believe so. He knows it's got to happen.
Can't remember what.
Yeah, he does know it's going to happen. He's just going to fill in whenever.
All right, okay. Good. Because I wasn't trying to... about to try and explain why he needs to do it. Fucking whatever. Right.
I think so, anyway. I'll send to your DM and just double check and make sure everything's good, so I haven't told you anything wrong. But anyway, yeah, Barty grabs a handful of very flipping cold, very greasy bacon and walks over to a bed.
Pocket bacon.
It's not
Nice.
even pocket bacon. It's not even going to make it to his pocket. It's going to be
Reasonable.
in his lap on his bedclothes, and he's going to eat it all, and then he's going to roll over and go to sleep.
Reasonable. Yawn. I will stay up whilst Lyra does her book thing, probably sit close by just to watch the process.
Cool.
And obviously I only need 4 hours, so I'll probably extend it during these times where I reasonably only need 4, but whilst we're not under peril, I'll probably just extend it just to not only pass some time, but, you know,
Yeah.
I'll probably go for a 6er.
Nice one. There is room up here for Oliver. If Oliver wishes to join, he's going to go in his own bed.
I've got a bedroom here, like.
Yeah. Got a bedroom, like.
What a bedroom here, like.
So, Oliver takes his own bedroom. The 3 of you are upstairs in the trust. You can hear little chompy sounds from the corner bed. He finishes his bacon and he rolls over and goes to sleep. Lyra begins scribe. So you are converting spells from scrolls into spell from book. Remind me again, I don't know if anything's changed. If you scribe the spell from the scroll into the book, does that use the scroll, or do you still have the scroll? It does.
It uses up the scroll, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So just drop me a DM and just tell me what's going in to your spell book, please, and thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's not for you. Yeah. Lyra is doing scribey scribbles. What did we say it was? 2 hours and 25 gold.
Yeah.
So, if you use the gold you have, you are welcome to replenish it from what the council will give for your expenses for when you travel.
Okay. Well, there we go. I've taken 25 off, and I've messaged you which of them is going in first.
Cool. I have seen. Wonderful. So, Lyra sits scribing her spells. Is there anything that Lucas wishes to achieve in the little time?
I don't think so, mate. Just kind of watch her do it. Just take interest in the scribing, just scrollage.
Cool.
Into book. And yeah, when she gets a red down, I'll get mine on.
Wonderful. Okie doke. Now, I don't have Lena here to terrorise with her charisma saving throws tonight. So, she can retroactively do it next week at the start of the session. You all get a long rest.
Nice.
Oliver, your night terrors from last night do not persist. You have a pleasant night's sleep. in your own bed, not handcuffed, sleeping on your hands in the guardhouse.
Only this time.
Only this time. So, I say you, Lyara and Lucas, as you awake, Lucas, you slept a bit longer than you normally would. You said you were just going to go for 6, but you were a little restless when you went to sleep. So the first 2 hours you laid awake, and then you slept for 6. You two wake up at around the same time, and as you wake up, the door is open, and the corner bed is empty, and breakfast is already in the room. Similar to all of the mornings before, everything you could ask for has been brought up. All of the full Calvados breakfast, along with all of the fruits and juices that you could possibly wish for. Although, as you look down the line of all of the meats and the like, seems like a handful has been taken off each plate.
On Barty, lad.
The boy has got pocket bacon.
Off on his travels.
He's off on his travels with his pocket bacon. So yeah, you two wake up. Breakfast is all cool. Oliver wakes up, trundles his way upstairs, comes and joins you for some brekkie, because he knows where the free shit's at. I mean, it's everywhere. He lives here. Everything is free. But he walks upstairs to come and have breakfast with you lot. The day is yours.
Just for the sake of just doing sheet stuff, I'm going to collect my own shield. What was it going to be?
It is... Hang on, I can just give you the one that I gave to... Because I gave it to Lyara.
Mm.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay.
So what I'll do is I'll just... I'll give you the shield, and then you can just change the name on your sheet.
What
yes,
was Lucas's going to be?
It's exactly the same. It's just...
It was going to be a +2 in the armory.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you will just have a shield +2 because he is he is not non-magically improving your shield.
Yeah.
But then you will have taken it to what's his name? Garamat. I can't figure out where it is. What did I call it, Hannah?
Avian shield.
Avian shield, there it is. Add to backpack. Right, it's in your backpack, Lucas. You can refresh your sheet and it should be there. If you want to just manually update the name. Cool. So yeah, you're all sat there scranning breakfast.
Liara's doing a usual slow wake up thing with Unseen Servant.
On a
And
chaise
some
lounge
exercises.
being peeled grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. What is Oliver up to? Inhaling breakfast?
Yeah. Well, like a delicate little flower that he is.
Probably just sticking his face into each plate and just grabbing
You know,
a
a singular claw out, as is etiquette, picking up.
Picking up a sausage on his claw.
Correct.
That's the way. And Mr. Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fucking chilled day, to be honest. I might just go to the library and have a read of a book or two, and then on the way back, go to the orphanage, and then meet everyone.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll give the armor like extra time, so I'll do library, orphanage.
I mean, he did say a couple of days.
Oh, a couple of days, all right.
Yeah.
In that case,
So it's going to be tomorrow earliest.
I'll do library, and then like mid-afternoon or Yeah. What time does the orphanage close?
The orphanage is open all the time because there are children in there all the time.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if they had if they were
Yeah,
still
no,
running,
like
school hours or whatever.
All right, visiting hours. Hospital 12 till 2, 4 till 6. No, 2 till 4,
That's
6
the
till 8.
clock rolls out. Go have parents somewhere else. Go.
Yeah, go on, piss off. Yeah, no, like
Whatever.
anywhere between
Library,
2 and 8
orphanage,
usually. Yeah.
trust is my plan.
So
Quiet day.
as you're all sat there in the morning, there is a gentle knock at the door. And stood there is Barry.
Bloody.
Come for some more Yamanase.
No, I don't need no Yamanase, thank you. I've got to take someone down to the magic shop.
Oh, that'll be me.
Okay, I'll wait outside. Just come down whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you, Barry.
Barry disappears again.
I look onto the back of his thing. Does it still say fuckhead? Is there a stain of Yamanase that
It
says
doesn't.
fuckhead?
They change. You will know this. They change their tabards every few days. Barry's changed his, but from history, Barry's tabards have always stank because he doesn't do a very good job at washing them.
He'd be eternally fuckhead when he's wearing that.
So maybe the next time you see him, there might be fuckhead in mould on the back of one of his tabards.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
In cursive.
In cursive, even worse.
Perfect cursive.
Yep.
Right, have a good day doing your strength building, chap.
What?
Again, didn't you say you wanted to build your strength or something?
Oh no, that's like life things. I'm not going to do it anytime soon. I've got like 20 years, I guess.
Reasonable. Well, in that case, I shall bid you farewell. If
Like
you need
the-
me, I'll be at the library or the orphanage or back here. So have a good one. Still not wearing chainmail.
Okay.
Shield and chainmail can go in there. I mean, I don't know if the shield will fit in the bag of holding, but whatever.
The new shield, maybe.
I'll just put the
probably.
shield on my back. It's
Oh
I've
yeah,
not got
no,
my
the new shield you
chainmail
don't need
on.
to put in there. Yeah, you don't need to put your new shield in there, do you? Because the new shield is one you're going to be using.
Right, on my way.
Cool. So
From
Lucas
insanity
disappears.
to happiness today.
Lucas disappears out of the room, downstairs, leaves out the front door, and heads to the Western Road. Because that is both where the library and the orphanage are located.
I'm going to continue to slowly eat, do some exercises. It's probably going to be a good 20 minutes before I go outside.
Absolutely fine. You do you, boo. So, Oliver,
Hello.
what is your plan?
I'm going to go get a new weapon or something.
Cool. Just go on your
Which
character
hold on
sheet
there.
and do your long
Council.
rest. You haven't done your long rest yet.
Oh, what?
Oh, fuck.
I don't. Would you stop dribbling? Thank
Sorry,
you.
I can't help it.
You can have one popcorn.
One pop.
No, we'll...
Just one. Just the one popcorn.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have one weed, please?
One popcorn. One weed, please. Right, cool. Oliver is disappearing and walking south down the road towards the armory, I would assume, for a weapon. Or are you going
Is
to
there
build,
anyone
or-
down any alleyways that are doing any conspicuous gambling?
Roll perception.
$13.
Okay. As you leave the trust and start making your way south,
No.
there isn't an awful lot happening. It's still relatively early. It's sort of like 9 o'clock. A lot of people are just like getting to shops and opening up, or getting to the market and readying their stalls to start selling wares and whatever. doesn't seem to be an awful lot happening.
Oh, can I take a meander around the market and see if they've got any like cool shit for sale?
Cool shit for sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you looking for anything in particular?
One copper fish.
For what, sorry?
1 copper fish.
£1 fish.
Okay. There is
No,
no...
nothing in particular. I want to hear them go, this is the best thing ever, and you need it in your life, and it does absolutely nothing. And I want it.
pan. Yeah, so you walk around. It's a lot of it is just fresh produce. It's like fresh fruit, veg. There's some fresh cuts of meat and the like. There's a few people selling some handmade garbs, like knick-knack stores. People that have carved spinning tops, and just a lot of bits and bobs and stuff. Nothing like groundbreaking, but just.
I'm going to go to the knick-knack store.
Okay, doke. You walk up to the knick-knack store and you say to the man running the store,
Got any bread?
"No, sir, I don't sell bread. I sell knick-knacks. I carve things from wood, mostly."
Any word'll do away. What?
Well, the very next day.
I don't know. You tell me. What do I need?
Spinning top. And he spins his spinning top. It spins for about 3 seconds and then just...
wide.
3 seconds and topples over. So, not quite.
Oh, hell did it do that?
It's not quite central yet. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it right.
What do you mean? It's perfection.
He then pushes forward a carved quadrupedal animal that could be anything from a dog to a horse. The proportions are a little bit off. Could be a goat or a pony or a pony goat or a donkey, a goney, a shoat, a sheep.
Is that a poet or a goney?
A pote or a goney.
What is this?
I tried to carve a horse. I'm not really very good at it.
It's a giraffe. I didn't have enough wood for the long neck.
It's a
Are you
short-necked
sure?
giraffe.
So it's a horse then.
It's a short-necked giraffe, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you looking at something else while you were trying to do the horse?
No, I'm trying to perfect my craft, sir. I'm not great at it, but I'm trying to perfect my craft.
To perfect your craft, you need to have talent in it already, yeah?
Well, not necessarily. Sometimes you can teach yourself, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, maybe don't sell them straight away.
Well, someone will have it, even for firewood, won't they? He looks visibly deflated now, like you just walked up to him, and that's the best he can do, and he is absolutely fucking pissed at it.
Where's his nan? I'll punch her as well.
Where's his what?
Where's his nan? I'll punch her as well while I'm at it.
Come here, dick, I'll punch your fucking nan. Yeah, no, he's...
Okay.
No.
So, the spinning top, I'll actually give you that. That was kind of cool.
It's working. I'm trying to get it sorted, but I'm not the best at the minute. I'm trying to get better. It's the best I can do for now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed. I actually thought something good was gonna come from this. What'd you say your name was?
I didn't.
Okay, I didn't. I'll give you copper for your spinny topazes.
I'd like to have a
just redeemed by an advantage.
like to have a little more than a copper for it, if I may.
Oh, right. Let's not run before we can walk here. Yeah.
I believe it's useful. Maybe
For
not
what?
necessarily immediately, but one day it will be useful.
For what?
Something, I don't know.
For spitting.
I mean, the bit of wood I used to make it with cost more than a copper.
Well, maybe you should have just kept it as wood.
I don't think we're seeing eye to eye here, friend.
And neither's that horse thing there, but you know, I mean, its eyes are like that.
Do you know what? Just take it. Whatever.
Okay. Take the spinning top.
And he
And the
sits
horse.
back down on his stool and starts trying to carve another one.
Okay, I got a spinning top out of this. I'm happy.
Okay.
It's not a very well balanced spinning top. It will only spin for about 3 seconds and then fall over.
It's fine. It still amuses me to no end. I'm a simple cat. Clothing store.
Clothing store or armour store?
No, there was a little clothing place next to his.
Yeah.
They were selling.
Yeah. It's not really a store. It's more of a
Stall.
stall. Yeah.
Stall.
We'll go with that. Yeah. It's like scarves, hats, gloves.
Nice.
She's a little young lady. When I say little young lady, she's not very young anymore. Little old lady stood behind the stall. She sort of looks up to you and she's... How can I help you, dear?
I would like clothing.
Put you sleep. Nearly. Are you nodding off, mate?
I'm just listening. I'm chilling.
Okay. What can I get you, young man?
Clothing. I need warm.
You want warm? Okay. Well, I have a lovely little hat for you. And a pair.
Does it have the hole for ears?
I can make holes for the ears, so I can make you a new one. Put some holes in it.
You got yourself a deal.
Okay. What color would you like it?
I don't know. But no one told me I had a choice.
You can have most colors. I can make it most colors.
Make it green and make a scarf to match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Would you like mittens as well? Mittens for the kittens?
You can make mittens that fit at the paws?
I can, yes.
Lady, you are becoming new best friend.
Would you like them for your feet as well?
Yes!
Well, I can sort that. If you come back tomorrow, I'll have it all ready for you.
You got yourself a deal, lady. You're much better than guy who can't carve wood.
Hey, he's trying. It's my husband. He tries.
Your husband's really bad.
I know. I'm trying to be supportive of him.
Don't be.
Well, thank you for your input. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna get paws. Nice. Okay,
So-
then I trundle off.
She sits down on a stool, and as you're walking away, you can see her. She just gets knitting needles out and some green yarn, and she starts knitting what looks like something. She's knitting a something for you.
Nice. Okay. That forge place.
Yeah, you want some arms and armory.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okie doke. So, it's going to take you about an hour to walk down. But you make your way to the weaponsmith. And in the meantime, we're going to shibbolaboo back up to the outside of the corner trust. And Barry is waiting for a Miss Layara to step outside.
I'll slowly trundle my way out, heel to toe.
Fabulous. Is everything alright?
Yeah. I've just been making sure I'm mentally checking through everything, making sure I've got all my stuff with me so that I can sort out my spells while I'm getting tattooed.
Yeah, no worries. Alright. Can I help you up? And he offers you a hand.
Yes, please, sure.
Cool. So as you step up into the cart, the mayonnaise hasn't been cleaned.
I'm gonna press
Still a shit
prestidigitate.
tip inside.
I'm gonna prestidigitate a patch for myself to sit down.
Okay. I mean, Oliver didn't do it while you were out of the cart. It was all while you were in the cart. So there is still a place for you to sit.
Mm.
similar to where you were yesterday, I would assume.
Mm.
Yeah, so he helps you up into the cart, jumps up on the front, and hey up, and
Hey,
away he
John.
goes.
I will prestidigitate a bit away just to make it a little bit easier. So I have to...
Just so it's not within a foot of you. Just in case it starts growing legs and walking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, Layara is in the cart, heading down to the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Lucas,
Yes.
where were you heading first?
I'm going to go straight to the library.
Okay. Is there anything in particular, or is it just...
It's just a time passer.
Cool.
I've got a day with one thing to do, and it's probably just going to be a short conversation, so I'm literally just passing the day.
Okay.
Spend a couple of hours, perhaps research, see if I can find anything else on the Hells, if there's any reference to any more direct history references to those names that we were given yesterday. See if I can find anything about that.
So, generally, it's not documented in public places, but there
Lucas
is...
doesn't know that.
That's what I'm telling you. So, there is... There are mentions of worship and worship to figures that aren't inherently good. You will have read about the name Grazd, but you won't find anything on recent history with his children or the like. You're probably better off... I mean, you will have read Haldir's book, but there's odds and sods and bits and bobs in there about Horak.
He found magic before it was cool. But Horak is mentioned.
It was called. Horak is mentioned. Dramus not so much. Grast not so much. But Horak was seen as a friend and a colleague to Haldir. But that's about all you can pick up. You think about it, and probably the only way that you could get more information about it is to go and see the man himself.
Right. Well, I've got too much to do.
Or have
Please
you?
save that for another time. I mean, I'm an elf. I've got time.
Yeah. He's probably not got as much time, but he's still alive.
Yeah, I'll just pass a bit. When the fucking afternoon sun drifts over, I'll make my way to the orphanage.
Cool. So we'll hop, skip, and a jump back down to the weaponsmith. So, Oliver, as you walk past the front of the armorsmith, there is a massive wave of heat leaving through the door. Like, it's really uncomfortable, and it's almost to a point where you instantly sweat as you walk past the doorway. You know, you can be 10, 15 feet away, but you are still sweating as you're walking past the doorway. And you haven't even got to the weapons.
Don't sweat. What are you on about?
Just going to sweat, just going to roll with it.
Right.
So, you walk past the armourers, and you continue to the weapon shop. It's marginally cooler at the weapon shop, because the forge is in with the armory. Or in the armourer's side, sorry. It's marginally cooler, but the heat is still billowing out. It's still really flipping warm. But as you approach sort of where the doorway is, you can see there is a dwarf stood in the middle of the shop.
Hello.
All right, lad.
Yes.
Can I do for you?
They require big kitty hammer
Right.
that is like really good. And I also require a longbow that
A
is really
longbow?
good. Yeah.
Just DM to player, was it not
Yeah.
crossbow?
Yes, it was, and I know exactly what I want in my life.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I mean, I can do the hammer. Not really
Yeah.
much of a crafter of crossbows,
God damn
but I
it,
know
how many
someone who
shops are
can.
there? Okay.
I can send you to him.
Yeah, cool.
What are you looking for in a hammer?
One that hits really, really good and doesn't require much maintenance and is easy to clean.
Right, okay, 1 or 2 hands?
That too.
2 hands. It's weird. It's almost like you're copying my accent while you're stood in here with me. You came in with some
Oh.
sort of a Karachekian accent and now you're taking the piss.
Excuse me, sir. Are you actually trying to imply something about me here?
Are we implying that a Scotsman is not a Scotsman?
Are you trying to say that I came in here with a different accent on me?
You did. You did. You definitely did.
You're right. Yes, I definitely did. You
Right.
brought out the best in me.
2-handed hammer hits really
Yes.
freaking hard.
Yeah.
I can probably sort something out.
Cool.
I don't have a lot that's hard hitting right now.
Seems
But-
a waste of your talent. I think you'd have more of those.
I can. Well, I don't really have much demand for it.
I
All the
see.
guards use spears.
They are pretty weak, yeah.
The guards, aye.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do a hammer. I probably
Yeah.
got a head. Do you want a double-faced head or just a single face? I can do you like a
Scissors.
hammer and a like almost like a pick on the other end.
Oh, but that might mean I might catch something on the end of it, and then I'll have to shake it off, and it might weigh me down. No, let's go for double bash.
You want a? Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry,
You
my
want
bothering you. Money not good enough for
double-headed
you.
hammer? Well, I've been awake since early hours.
Right, okay, I'll let you off.
You want a double-headed hammer?
Yes.
All right. I mean, give it a couple of days. I can sort it out.
I would also like the words "ha" on one side and "how" on the other.
Right. I mean, do you want it so it's right when you read it, or so when you hit someone it says kapow and you can read it on there after you've hit
So I
them?
would like to "pow." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that one end and other end. I was talking about on the same end, having a hammer this side, hammer that side, so you can
So we
swing
got
and then
hammer
swing
this
back.
side, hammer that side. So we got the two heads, yeah, either side,
Aye,
different sides, eh?
aye,
So we got "ka" and then "pow."
aye. I can do that. So you want
So
the
we got
kapow?
"pow."
Right.
"Ka-poo," yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I can deal with that. Yeah. Aye. Give me a couple of days.
Yeah, you can.
I'll sort it out. How tall are you?
Uh, I haven't measured lately. Have you got a measure tool?
No, I'll go and grab some stick. And he turtles out to the back
Okay.
and comes out with a fucking like a big old, almost looks like a tree branch. And he stands it up next to you, and he sort of like raises his hand and puts it next to your shoulder, and then takes a stick and walks back. Right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
So you see
Oh,
him.
when am I getting the crossbow?
Oh, aye, pop down the street to the Fletcher.
It's a Fletcher.
I mean, he does bows and arrows. I'm sure you'll get one from him.
Oh, okay, doke.
So you see the dwarf goes and puts his branch on his workbench, and he grabs a handsaw and just starts sawing it off at where he had his hand for the mark.
Right,
Cool. So you leave the weaponsmith, and it's not a massive amount further down the road, I don't believe. Don't think it's actually marked on the map.
Practically adjacent, the armory and the weaponsmith.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Fletcher.
Oh,
Don't know whether we
Fletcher's
had a-
across the road. I don't know if it is on
It's
the
a
map.
Tanner across the road.
No, I don't think we had a Fletcher. Arrows.
All right, well, you keep walking down the road. The Fletcher will be the one on the corner. We'll get it annotated.
Yeah, they'll be around there. That's where the weapons and all that bullshit
Yep.
is. Yeah.
Cool. So the big building on the corner is a Fletcher. Takes you about 20 minutes to walk from shop to shop, but like as you leave the weapons shop, you step outside and you can still feel the heat on your back. And you turn and you start walking down the road and you get about 50 feet away before you start feeling any cooler. Like, you can tell that this forge is running really flipping hot and it's emanating heat at a great distance around the shop.
How uncomfortable.
Yeah, quite uncomfortable. Yeah, so you toddle down the street. As you come out of the weaponsmith, you pass a cart and... What's your AC?
Mine.
15. Yeah.
Yeah.
You take 1 point of paper bag to the back of the head damage as Barry throws your Michaela's wrappers out of his cart and it bounces off the back of your head.
Barry, you fucking idiot. What have I got on me? I throw a dart at him.
A dart at him. Want to roll an attack?
Somewhere. I hope this pierces your arm really bad, Barry. Ten.
Meets it, beats it.
Ah! Fuck you, Barry.
Roll your damage. What is it? D4? D4 plus
D4 plus 4.
proficient. Yeah.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Non-lethal.
I mean, it's not going to kill him, but he now does have a gushing wound on his left arm.
Good.
But yeah, Barry keeps on trugging the cart down the road. He pulls up outside the magic shop and jams on the brakes of the horse, because the horse has brakes, of course. He jumps off the cart and opens the door and lifts his hand up to help Liara down.
There, take his hand and step down.
Rock and roll. So, anything else I can do for you, or am I free for a couple of hours?
Oh, I think it's going to take more than a couple of hours for me to be done, so yeah.
Oh, even better. I can't wait. So, with that being said, he jumps straight back on the cart, does a screaming Yui in his cart, and disappears back up the street back towards the market. So, you're off the cart. You take a step into the magic shop, I assume?
Yeah, and I go straight into the magic shop.
Cool. Ding-a-ling, into the magic shop. Dave's already there. And he's having a chat with Garamat, stood behind the bench.
Good morning.
Oh,
I'm here for my tattoo today.
wonderful. It's splendid. So, you need doing... Then I think we've got Lucas and... What about the small red one?
Well, we did catch sight of him last night and this morning, but he's having a little wander once more.
Oh, okay.
So it will probably be Lucas next, and then when we track down the little red fellow, Bartimus,
Splendid.
we'll send him this way.
Wonderful. Well, yes, if you do see him, do tell him that I'd appreciate it if he could come.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. I see you've brought your bag with you.
Yeah, well, I figured that if it isn't really gonna hurt, and I can do other things at the same time, I've got some scribing of scrolls to do, get them into the spell book,
Scribing of scrolls, you say?
Yeah, so I
Dave
just thought,
turns
useful use of time.
Of course. Dave turns to look at Garamat and he says, "It's strange that you should say you want to scribe some scrolls, dear.
Mm-hmm.
I can help you whilst tattooing. Make it a lot quicker and a lot easier."
That would be incredible.
Of course it would. So they take you into the back, sit you down in a chair, and Garamat has the tattoo gun in one hand, and Dave channeling the energy from his hat into the tattoo gun while Garamat is going.
Do I get to choose the design in the place?
Whatever you want, wherever you want.
Okay. I'll explain to both of them my unique situation and the mark, and I want kind of like a ring around where the mark appears.
Okay. Cool. Yep. So you can, as I said, it's purely embellishment. It doesn't have to be anything major or minor or whatever. It's completely embellishment. You do as you wish. So, start with a tattoo. Garamat places his other hand on your shoulder, and probably for the first time, you feel an immense wave of magical energy across you.
My hair stands on end.
Your hair stands on end, and your current mark on your chest glows a fierce colour, whichever colour it normally does, but it's really, really bright and strong, and you feel invigorated and energised. Like it's almost like you've just been given an adrenaline injection. You are buzzing.
I mean, since it's glowing, at least you can tell where it is really easily now.
For the next 7 hours that you're going to be sat here doing the tattoo, it takes you 1 hour to scribe a spell.
Oh, nice.
And it doesn't cost you a thing.
Oh,
so
extra nice.
You can have 7 spells. I don't know what you've got, whether I think 7 might just about cover the rest of them.
3.
Unless you've used them. But
yeah, no, it's at 7. 7 will do do the rest.
So all of your spells will be, you can put into your spellbook. All of the scrolls are gone, and it didn't cost you a penny because you've got Grandmaster Archmage Garamat helping you do it.
Wonderful.
So Lyara is having a tattoo done and scribing some spells. Oliver, you walk into the Fletcher, and you can see hung on the wall bows for days, and over in the corner there is a few crossbow.
Yes, I'll rush over.
Couple of small ones and one quite sizable one.
I take the sizable one.
Gentleman walks out and steps behind you. Can I help you, young man?
I pointed at him. Do I need a license for this?
No, but you probably need some bolts, I would assume.
Yeah, do it.
Wonderful. Are you looking to purchase today, young man?
Yeah. Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. How much gold do you have with you?
It doesn't matter. The council's paying.
Wonderful. Okay, well, you may wish to speak with the council because this model that you are holding right here in front of you is 5,000 gold.
What the fuck?
Yes, it is. It's a very peculiar piece that I worked on for quite some time with Garamat.
Fucking hell, and you just leave it here?
Well, I don't really have too much of an issue with people walking in because not many people can lift it, you see.
Oh.
Yeah, so this crossbow that you picked up requires strength of 16 to lift and wield. And you are stronger than that.
Okay. Do you know somebody who can do the head thing? That's, you know...
Oh,
send a message.
Yes, I can do that, actually.
Okay.
Which member of the council shall I send the message to?
Shit. Which one likes me better? None of them. They got like a receptionist or something.
No, I don't believe they do. I am on terms with all of them, but I believe it's probably Councillor Dayfear that you will wish to speak with.
Okay, yeah, speak to Dayfear, please.
Wonderful. Okay, bear with me a moment.
All
He
right.
does a beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, beep, boop, beep, dial-up sound. Councillor,
Oh,
I have an orange individual stood in my shop. He wishes to purchase the Great Bow of Excelsior, approximately 5,000 gold. Could you
Say yes.
give
Say yes.
your
Say
answer,
yes. Say yes.
please?
Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Yes.
Oliver, you receive a message in your head.
Ah, crap. This again.
Try something a little cheaper, please. We're not made of money.
Have you got anything a little cheaper? He's being stingy.
Interesting. Well, I don't quite have anything cheaper at the moment. I'm currently working on another one similar to Excelsior, but it won't be as many elements. Do you have a favor? A favorite element, maybe?
No.
Would you like to select one?
What choices have I got?
Fire,
No.
ice,
Oh, definitely not.
force,
Yeah.
or thunder?
Did you say force or horse?
Force, darling.
Force. Okay.
Yes.
Force. Oh, I like force. That requires punch, right?
Well, it does definitely exert some force onto the target.
But then you did say thunder, and that's pretty spooky. Hmm.
So he goes on to explain that fire is middle of the road, force is middle of the road, cold is... Can you be quiet, please?
No.
Cold is slightly stronger, and thunder is less strong. So just to put that into layman's terms, the thunder is a D4, fire and force are a D6, and cold is a D8. It's
Well, I don't
entirely
like
dependent
the
on what you
colds.
want.
However, I have just got some mittens being made for me, so I could probably deal with it.
Oh, the crossbow won't be cold, sir.
Well,
It'll just make your bolts cold.
yeah, see, there's still a cold element to it. So, it's better to be prepared and have mittens. So it's a good thing I already prepared.
Okay, well, cold it is then.
Lucky ducky.
Fantastic. I'll have it sorted for you. You may collect it tomorrow.
Ah, okay, that was easy.
It's almost finished. I'll just need to do it and take it over to Garamat to have the imbuement added. But please don't journey here before midday.
Okay, that's fine, yeah.
Wonderful. I thank you for your time. I will have it ready for you as soon as I can.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a pleasant day, sir.
I'll go call Michaelis.
Cool. So, you walk out, disappear down to Michaela's, grab what
Just
you
for
want.
an apple pie this time, yeah.
Just for a bapple eye.
Apple eye, that's
Just
it.
for a bapple eye. Cool. We cross to the north for Mr. Lucas.
Hello.
So, you went to the library.
Yeah.
You have done some readings and the like, and had a quick look about Horak.
Yeah.
Didn't really find a massive amount other than what Haldir wrote. Grazd is referenced, as I said, in bits and bobs, but there's not really any kind of, it's not outlawed, but it's frowned upon. People worship Avia, Orthus, Want, and Kerachek. The lesser, or the quote-unquote evil gods, people don't really talk too much about. So yeah, leave the Great Library. Are you headed straight to the orphanage?
Yeah, it's pretty much just past the time, and then Orphanage,
Cool.
mid to late afternoon, or whatever the visiting times were, and
Yeah, and literally any time from 2 till 2 till 8ish.
yeah, have a casual walk down.
Cool. So, you take a stroll down to the orphanage. You walk in the door, and bear with. Need to make sure I get the name right. It was Professor Starforge, wasn't it? The little dwarf. Yes. So you enter through the front door, and Professor Starforge is stood in front of you. Ah, you're back again, I see. Any reason for your return, young man?
Yes, I was hoping, if possible, to speak to the blue tiefling fellow.
Oh, Carmenos, yes, of course.
Carmenos.
If you'd like to walk down the hall and take a seat in the chair, I'll inform him you're here.
Yes, thank you.
So take a stroll down the hall. You glance to your left and you see the baby room. A lot of very, very small and... Can you keep your opinions to yourself, please? No one cares.
Little orphanage cat running
Little
about.
orphanage cat running about as well. Yeah, she's going to be in a fucking orphanage in a minute, I'll tell you. Yeah, so you stroll down, you look in the baby room. There's various babies, sort of from newborn to 2 years old. All different races.
Still feeling a little bit, out of sorts, but I'm focused on what I need to do, so...
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, you keep walking down the hall and you glance in the room to the right and you see the young children from 2 to about 8. They're all in there having a play. Most of them are playing amongst themselves. There's a couple that are just off playing by themselves, but a lot of them are playing together and just enjoying their time. You walk to the end of the hall and you enter the room where you were before, where the teenagers and the young adults were. And there are 3 armchairs lined across the back, and 2 lasses sat in the one in the middle.
Mm. Was there still the one chair that I had? Wasn't that like separate?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
the
couldn't
other
tell
side of
because
the
I
door.
had my eyes closed.
Yeah, so there was 3 chairs, 2 lasses sat in the middle, one of them, and then the other side of the door to the young children room is another armchair.
I mean, Lucas reasonably doesn't know any difference, but ideally I don't really want to be sat near 2 lads.
As you walk into the room, you can see she's interacting with a couple of children. They're sat there talking to her, and she doesn't pay much attention to you. She's there for the children's benefit. She's imparting knowledge and, interacting with the children.
I'll just go up and just kind of casually nod, counsellor, and then just grab one of the chairs and hastily move it to the other side of the room or whatever.
So there are 3 armchairs. She sat in the middle armchair, and then the other side of the doorway into the other room. So you've come in from the left side. There's 3 armchairs down here.
Which room am I meeting this lad in?
In the teenage room in the back.
Oh, so not where 2 lads is?
Yeah, here's where 2 lads is. She's in the same room as well,
so...
but she's got other children with her.
Right, I don't want to sit near her, so if I want to move
so
a
you
chair.
go over to the other side of the room and sit in an armchair on the other side of the room. Yeah.
Right, okay. Cool. And then I'll just kind of, still averting my eyes. I don't really want to pay much attention to the other kids. I'll just wait for this guy to come in.
Okay. So you walk over, you sit on a chair, and this young gentleman walks over and sits on the arm of the chair next to you.
Afternoon, chap.
Hello, Mr. Lucas.
So, and then completely mind blank why I even wanted to come.
Can I have your eyes today, Mr. Lucas?
Yes, of course. I've come to see you specifically, to be honest. I just like looking in.
The image of
I
the little boy that you see in front of you is on the stream.
Yeah. I did say I'd come back.
You did?
But I honestly don't know why.
What are you trying
I
to get
didn't
out of this,
mean to-
Mr. Lucas?
I don't know, to be honest. I just felt it was. I didn't mean to be rude, even if that's how it came across. I just have a well, I
We have a
suppose
lot
it's
of people
personal
come in
thing.
here. He sits and while he's sort of talking to you, he sort of somewhat looks at you, and then he sort of, just drops his head a bit, and he sat there fiddling with his fingers. We have a lot of people come in here, but not many people give us time of day. Come in, they walk around, and mostly interested in the little ones because they're cute.
I'm not really interested in any of that nonsense. I appreciate that you took the time to come and talk to me, despite me not necessarily looking very approachable and having my eyes closed the whole time. And
It's not necessarily about being approachable, Mr. Lucas. Sometimes it's about just being out of your comfort zone. Just finding someone to talk to for a minute. It's a bit hard, talking to the same people every day. Don't see
yes, I
many new
understand that.
faces at all. I'm quite glad I've seen your face, Mr. Lucas.
Well, that's good to hear.
I'm glad you came back. Not many people give us the time of day.
This is a shame.
It is a shame, but we get used to it.
Is there anything that I could do for you?
Take me with you.
Find my
Not
parents.
allowed. Find your parents.
Yeah. They left me at home and didn't come back.
Well, I shall take that under consideration. Can you give me any description?
It's about 8 years ago. I think they look like me.
Okay.
Your recollection of tieflings is demonic looking with horns. This young lad does not have horns.
Just thinking to myself, I've got no fucking idea why I'm even here, to be honest. Is there anything I can do for you short time, friend? I think finding parents with no idea where to start is something that I can try to help with, but
I do like reading. But I can never get so many books from the library. They only let us have one at a time.
Well, how often do you get to go pay a visit to the library?
Once a week.
I suppose you're reading books at a quicker pace.
They used to let us out by ourselves. But then I tried to run away.
How old are you?
14, I think. Only
You
got a
know-
few years.
It's going to be my next question. You're allowed to go about your own way in life in a couple of years.
It's usually 17 on the 17th birthday. Or any time after that.
Like I'm just sitting there now, just compounding the whole thought process of didn't enjoy it the first time, definitely not enjoyed it now. Like, why am I here? Talking to a kid. For fuck's sake. Well, I'll tell you what, if I get the opportunity to, I shall go and acquire a number of books that I can bring back that will be yours to keep. And then you can do with them as you will. Read them to your friends. Or, take them with you. But they will be yours. I think something personal that is your own is important to have. Not everybody gets the opportunity to have true ownership of things.
Thank
It
you,
might not
Mr.
be
Lucas.
much, but it's something, I suppose.
It's the most anyone's done for me in a long time.
Well,
you, Mr. Lucas.
unfortunately, I can't do much. Other than try to make things a little easier, I suppose.
He reaches for your hand.
Give him a handshake.
His hand is cold.
Yeah.
Very cold hand.
Awkward.
Colder than it should be. Definitely for a tiefling.
Don't think I've met enough tieflings, certainly not blue ones, to know any different. I'm not about to start questioning some kid. Why are you so cold? Not going to make him feel bad about himself.
He stands up from the arm of the chair and goes to leave.
Right. Slaps the legs, gets up. I'm fucking leaving.
Sprinting
Fuck
down the
this.
hallway.
I don't even know why I came.
Go. As you walk out the door, you can feel... You feel warm inside. You feel uncomfortable. But it feels good that you've done something. And for you, Lyara, Barty and Eleanor, who are not here. Not Oliver though, because he wasn't at all. You have all been blessed and favoured by your gods for doing a good deed in the orphanage. And you have a free +1 to any stat number. Any of your rolled stats, you can add 1 at your next long rest.
What's the +1? What, permanently or not?
Yeah, permanently.
Ability score.
No, not ability score. So your dexterity is 17. You can add 1 to that to make it 18.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Ability. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, ability score. It's not like a whole +1 to your bonus. It's just a single point to your ability score. Yeah. So I'll have a chat with
He said
you.
at the next long rest.
Punished for never being invited to the orphanage.
I mean,
I've
you're
said
welcome to
I
go,
was
mate.
going every day.
if you fight and find out that they're all, happy because their gods have blessed them, and you want to go down there and be nice to the orphans and find a god,
Didn't
you're
want a
welcome to.
god
Mate.
anyway. Don't worry about it. Didn't want one.
Yeah, doesn't have a god.
My god is Michaela's.
Michaela grants you a +1 to your Big Mac skill.
Ronald Michaela.
Yeah, Ronald Michaela. Cool. So, yeah, Lucas, as you walk out the door, you think to yourself, it's uncomfortable being there, but it's something that I know I need to do, or I know I needed to do. It's like a personal hurdle for you.
Mm. Just uncomfortably make my way back to the trust.
Yeah,
Just wait for the
understandable.
homies.
Yeah, cool. So, Lucas is going to go back to the trust. Oliver, is there anything else you wish to accomplish for the day?
Nah, I would have probably gone back to the trust as well.
Cool. Oliver's going to go back to the trust. You two can meet up when you get there. Layara, all of your spells have been successfully copied to your spell book.
Nice.
You can hop back into the cart and journey north again. Back to the trust.
Did he ever take that dart out of his arm?
It would take what, mate?
Did Barry ever take the dart out of his arm?
Yeah. Yeah, took the dart out. He was bleeding, but he ripped off a bit of fabric stuff from the canopy and just wrapped it on his arm.
When they get back, I would like to ask for my dart back.
I would have thought probably not. And Barry's less likely to give you the dart back.
I want my dart back.
If he still looks like he's in pain, I'll use my healing hands on him and heal him for 2d4 though. It'd be nice. So he gets 5 hit points back.
Barry with a whole 5 hit points, so he's still only 1 down.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Bazza.
Just put my hand over the wound and
he flings the dart round and hands it back to you.
Thank you, Barry.
If that's in my arm again, I will cut your cock off.
Oh, that's big, mighty words from a boy who can't even get in guilt. Okay, Barry, sure. Okay.
has he not been done yet already? I'm gonna have to take him to the vet for his shots and his balls off.
I mean, you can find out in play. I'm not talking about cat bollocks. I did talk about cat cock there, so I apologise. Anyway, yeah, so Barry leaves you to it, walks back out and disappears over to the guardhouse.
Take your cart with you.
Yeah, he takes a cart back to the guardhouse. And just because I don't really want to do too much more without everybody else here, or without Lena here at least, we will put a can on it there, I think. It's only been a wee
minute
little...
or two, just a quick, so I can say something to the homies.
Yeah, of course.
That's when we all reconvene. I don't know about you, Lyra, but despite it being horrendously awkward still, my visit to the orphanage, I feel better.
It did feel like food for the soul.
You
know?
But I feel like, I don't know, that we were... I think there's more to it than just feeling like I've done a good deed, because ultimately all I did was talk to the child that I all but ignored the last time. So reasonably, I didn't really do much, but I don't know about you, but when I left, I felt a warm sensation.
I mean, oddly, you should mention, I did feel a warm sensation, but I mean, I've had so many different magical effects put on me today.
That's reasonable.
Couldn't tell you where it came from.
I too felt a warm sensation while eating a Michaela apple pie.
That was just you peeing yourself.
You noticed?
I wasn't there, I'm just guessing.
Oh, shit.
No, pee.
It's in Yamanazi.
We do that outside.
Right, well, something to think about, I suppose.
Hmm.
You have all
It's been a-
positively changed the children's lives.
Are we doing that now or later or whatever?
If we make a note to do it next week for when Lena's back, and we'll have a chance and get him to sort it out as well.
You said it on the next level up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the level up is going to be...
level up. Hold
Yeah,
up.
well, no, on the next long rest. But the level up is
Oh,
going to
right.
be before, like, spoiler alert, you would have had it when you beat the troll, but you beat the troll a bit sooner than I wanted you to level up. So we're just going to wait until the night before you get on a boat, and then you can level up then.
Yeah.
So when that level up happens, you get your ability score increase, you'll get your permanent +1, or you can take your feat or whatever, and whatever level 4 brings. But yeah. So, any further before we disappear for the evening?
No, good stuff. Good stuff.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you, friends, for joining us. I hope today has been pleasurable, even though short. Sounds like something else.
That's my life.
Yeah, pleasurable but short. So, yeah, hope everyone's good. Hope you have a splendid week. There will be more Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesday evening for the return of the Kara check-in duty campaign. If you hang about in approximately 17 minutes, there'll be something else streamed on this channel. But up until then, friends, have a wonderful evening. Have a great week ahead of you, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. Oh, are we not here next Saturday again? Or
We're
are we,
not
are
here
we
next
back?
Saturday. That's a good point. I have to go and watch my brother get married, so I won't be able to do D&D. I am very sad about that. I would much rather be sat here rolling dice. Please don't tell him if you ever meet him. Other than that, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a nice time. We love you all. Ta-da.
Ah.